This service is provided in high definition by freeconferencecallhd.com. There are 7 participants in the conference. Q&A session has started. The recording has started.
And we're adults. We're not kids. If it was kids, then you say, well, kids, I don't care what y'all think. We're gonna give you this. We're not kids. Grown folks, bro, that already raised children. I didn't raise no children, but other people raised children here, have successful careers, are grandparents, bought houses, all type of shit. And you're trying to talk to them when they're successful in their own right, however it is, and you're trying to tell them how to raise kids when they already raised their children. Like they already, come on. You missed the boat.
Well, no, listen. Whenever I say they articulate, that doesn't mean that he's a genius. I'm just saying that he could speak well to hold an audience and people listen to him. That's as far as the intelligence I can give him, because on
Right.
Common Core shit, like just common sense shit, these guys don't have that. There's something missing when it comes to that element of communicating with those guys.
And he have his little groupies
Huh?
on, and he have his little groupies on. And if one of them say something he don't like, they on mute for the rest of the night.
Well, see that, and that's what I'm saying, is that because he don't know how to articulate himself, he can't formulate a thought to combat a speech in a debate. He can't do it. It's not, and that's why Sarge screams, because he cannot. Just like last week. Last week was a perfect example. I don't know if y'all paid it attention or not, but Sarge was talking about the Geneva Convention and how it authorized Israel to blow up people just indiscriminately.
Right.
And then he pulled up the damn the paragraph and started reading it and lied about what the paragraph said. So I put it on the screen and I said, Sarge, this is what it actually says. See, they do shit like that, which means that you're not educated at all. You cannot make your argument without lying about it. You know what I mean? And ABC is the same goddamn way.
Hey. Evening, Tyrone.
What's happening, East Coast? How you doing, man?
Hey, doing fine. Jay and Mays, good evening to you.
Hello, East Coast.
Hey, Tyrone, we've taken after hours to another level now. So
What you
we've
mean?
expanded content creator. So I call myself a content creator. And we get along with each other. We do music. So we do jazz. We were featuring the women. We span all ages, and everybody gets to participate. I'll lead off with, and we talk the news too. So we try to keep it going. Between Thursday, like Sunday night, we'll do the music.
Yeah.
Last night we were there and we propped up Antoinette because she's kind of in a bad way, and she even requested a song. We were playing some Gil Scott Heron for her.
Okay.
When the revolution will not be televised, and one of his later ones in '94. So
now, what
so
y'all
we
say was wrong
enjoy
with her? Did y'all say she had COVID?
I don't know. You have to talk to Jay. I came in and her and Jay were talking, but she's not in a good way. Um, yeah. So Jay making, cuz he hasn't been around lately, but that's actually Jay. Is that her cousin?
That's her cousin.
Right.
So
Right. So we don't know her actual medical condition, but she's not in a good way, and we were able to boost her up last night with playing some music. So anybody want to come over on during the after hours? Usually we get started after 11, and we'll play music, talk about the subjects of the day, marketplace, whatever. We keep it going during the after hours. Mama's Boy, even Anthony, Joshua. So we're having a good time on the nights that we're there. Sister Ottawa, Sister Ottawa's in Gambia. That's where she is now. She calls in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one time she was in what is it, El Salvador? What?
Well, that's good, man. Uh-oh, am I cut off again? Okay, I keep getting kicked off this Joker.
A guy named Ackerman about the Harvard case, and they got A to resign, but when they looked at her
Oh Jesus.
discrepancy, it wasn't. It was just the way she had her stuff bookmarked to correctable. It wasn't like we know plagiarism where you take something and you lift it and you put it into a document and you don't attribute it to whoever wrote it. Ackerman, his wife, daughter, that guy down in Florida, and come to find out, his wife, she pulled a they caught her with Wikipedia quote, straight out of Wikipedia. But now he's mad. He says he wants all the people at Harvard, those who have now they're going to be screened. Everybody that has discrepancies in their interpretation. They got caught. Just like this down in Florida, the man and the woman, remember they were swinging. They were swingers. Brought up that case in Florida. So, there's a lot of hypocrisy going on down in the border. We're finding out all over the world we're having problems with immigration. They said Colombia being ran with Venezuelans. They're up here too. Then they gave
This service is provided in high definition by freeconferencecallhd.com. There are 10 participants in the conference. Q&A session has started. The recording has started.
But I guess there's a little positive to it too, because our economy was supposed to be falling apart, and it's not. And I attribute some of that to those people who are over here working. They're not panhandling, just like we said before. They're working. I went into a place called California Tortilla, and there were all Hispanics in there. So whoever that businessman, he had people to work in there so that he or she could earn some money, and that's keeping the economy. Our economy is based on consumption. So yes, the governments are being overwhelmed, and there has to be some kind of order in how you do it, and that takes both parties. The president can't do it. It takes the lawmakers, uh, the Congress, and the Senate. They have to sit down and work something out. But just to put it on the president, it don't work like that. So anyway, that's a little bit about some of the news. So anyone else wants to add anything, go ahead.
Well, no, I've been watching that back and forth too about Ackerman and President Gay and all those people. They full of crap.
Right.
That lady should not have lost her job. And let me say this
No.
right here. I apologize to YouTube for keep going off tonight. I don't know why my audio keep getting kicked off, but I'm as long as I'm on here tonight, I'm gonna keep trying to connect y'all back on here. Just like now, it looked like
Uh,
it just kicked off again for some damn reason.
oh wow. You said you loaded some new software. Does that have anything to do with that?
Well, that was last week.
Last week.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was last week. But this should be normal here, but I don't know what's going on.
I told you they don't like the truth. Whoever watching your show is cutting you off. That's how they do stuff.
Yeah, you think so?
I know
I
so.
don't think I'm that. I don't think I'm that important.
Uh,
Oh no, it's
Keep,
not important, but we don't think like they want you to think.
I'm a peon.
Thinking for yourself, not told how to think.
But
That's the
yeah,
problem.
with this politics that's going on and Donald Trump
Mhm.
screaming in in that trial today, I don't know. I don't
I missed
know,
that.
huh?
I missed that. What how did that turn out when he spoke
Well, they did their
after?
closing arguments today, and
Right.
I guess they're gonna come up with the rest of what he gonna have to pay. He already got
Mm-hmm.
found held liable for a portion of it, and with him,
He's screaming because of 340 million she proposed he pay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that guy is a terrible businessman. He's a alleged
He's a
rapist.
failure, man. He's a failed white man.
Yeah,
That everybody you see that you say, well, this is supposed to be your white success, your great white hope. Well, look at the great white hope.
yeah, he's involved in trafficking young girls with Epstein. This guy is just one of the most disgusting human beings that could ever walk the planet, and unfortunately, he has money, and people just they don't give a. I don't think they care about him. They just, trying to get next to his money and his popularity and
Right.
stuff.
Whatever they could get. Whatever they
Well,
could get. Some people want fame. Some people want some money. Some people just want to be next to him. They're fanatics. I mean, but he is a failed human being.
Oh, without a doubt,
With that.
he is. He is, and for him to be so close to the White House is just scary. I don't. I mean, I understand the origins
Shame
of
on
this.
the United States.
Yeah, I understand the origins of this country and why it's like this, but at the same time, it should not be like this. These people just turning the hands backwards when it comes to progression in this country. And today they just said that Yemen, the United States and the UK just shot off some damn bombs in Yemen.
the Houthis.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
these people. That's
It's
another
a proxy war.
That's
It's
another
a proxy war.
It's another religious war. The Sunnis versus the Shiites, and all of that
Well,
kind of crap. I don't know.
well,
They just
the Iranians, Tyrone, back the Houthis, and of course they're Shia. The Saudis are Sunni, and they've attacked Yemen before, so they fight all the time. Yemen borders Saudi Arabia, so they fight too.
Yeah, but see, well, I think there's a bigger picture here, and this is just a conspiracy. But what we went through a period of time to where we wasn't fighting that much. Right after we came out of Afghanistan, of course, I know we were still over there. But then you had the Ukraine kick off, and then now you got Israel kicking off, and now you got this shit in the Middle East kicking off, and they're just trying to keep people not focused on something, you know, just by having all these freaking wars all the damn time. We don't need to be fighting this damn much. What the hell you fighting? What you gonna win? You ain't gonna do nothing but kill a bunch of humans. That's it. I don't know what they gonna win. Oh Lord, did I kick? I guess I dropped off again.
This service is provided in high definition by freeconferencecallhd.com. There are 9 participants in the conference. Q&A session has started. The recording has started.
If you don't have immigration policy, cogent immigration policies to bring in, laborers, professional people. I heard on the H-1B visas, it's 10, 20 years so that before they can get over here. Now we're talking about doctors, scientists. So that I heard that the corporations, and I always used to look at them as being the bad guys, but where is the partnership between the Chamber of Commerce and the lawmakers as far as trying to figure out a policy that's going to be good for everyone, because they need people to work in those.
Man.
Yeah.
Those relationships being corrupt, and everybody wanting money now.
Yeah.
It used to be the way you're talking about, to where they thought about the greater good of society, but now all that stuff that's all they're trying to do is suck money out of people.
Yeah. And when they have raids, they tell them ahead of time before they get to the plant, and the people disappear. So there is a lot of corruption. So those meat packing plants, that's what happens. They're told ahead of time. They don't show up to work, and then they come back the next day. So that corruption piece is real, Tyrone.
Who is that right there? I hear a baby. Is that you, Mace? No, that ain't
No.
Mace. Who line is this?
That Antoinette.
Is that the internet, Jay?
I don't know who
Mom
line that
went
was.
dead. She probably calling though.
But
Right.
yeah, I don't know where we're headed, and I don't know why
Mm-hmm.
this guy is so close to power, and I don't know why so many people are in support of this type of leadership in this country. It's just, am I dropped off again? I did
No.
drop off. No, I didn't.
Oh,
No,
you
we hear
did
you.
on YouTube. We can hear you here. I don't know about YouTube, but
Well, I mean, I understand why. We have a portion of this country and even around the world of people that have a mindset that is we can say is not normal or abnormally different from the norm. A lot of easy minds manipulated. We all get programmed in one way or another, but you have a way of thinking for yourself, or at least have the opportunity to, unless they got your brain on controlled somewhere, on machines. But other than that, you have a way of being able to think. But some people are easily manipulated with images and thought, speeches. Some
And that's what
people
I'm
are
saying
easily
about Sarge and
fabricated.
ABC, Jay. The person you describing right now, yeah, they got common
Right.
sense. They got common sense, but they are easily manipulated. And now you got this dude running around here not knowing how to fucking read the Geneva Convention, and not knowing that Donald Trump is a fucking pedophile, not knowing everything that Donald Trump is right. I mean, it's just crazy. That dude is a nut, man.
mm,
Well, I
mm.
think that that's what I said. He knows that what he's reading, he's twisting it some way, or he's leaving some parts out. He makes it work for him, but that's what I say. He consciously knows what he's doing. I'm just shocked that with his so-called education, again, whatever education he's gotten and experience, because he did, if he's saying that he was, military and worked in the police department, that he has some experience. So for him to,
Mm,
if that's what he did, he should have some knowledge of things.
mm,
And it's sad to say, well, with all your experience, I have none of that
mm.
experience, and I could see certain things that's common sense, that we could see that is not true.
Well,
And
Jay.
because
Well,
he is a fanatic, like many people out there that are fans of, musicians, artists that perform. That's why we have, I think, in America is probably the biggest artists and musicians and actors and things in entertainment come out of here for the most part. So you think about the way the structure is and how people go chasing and go around the world, become obsessed with certain people, willing to do anything, willing to kill at that. It's crazy how people would do certain extreme stuff to follow somebody else. And
yeah,
that's what we have.
yeah. The
Not
guy with
all,
the
not all.
pipelines,
Some of them,
right?
I don't want to label it, but there is some in that bunch that go that extreme. And people are manipulated. There's a lot of people. You
But
have
I
them in your
think I
family.
think
I
that
have them in
Sarge
my
will commit
family.
a crime. I think Sarge will commit a crime for politics. I do. Now
He
whether it's
did
Mm.
murder,
commit a crime.
yeah,
He
whether it's
Well,
did commit
murder,
a
whether it's
crime.
murder or not, I don't know. But he did tell us that he had on
Well,
camouflage gear,
no, he
standing
did
around
commit
fucking
murder.
post office boxes.
He did commit murder. For the record,
what?
Sarge murdered his
What?
damn character. He
Oh.
murdered his own character and all the
Oh shit! It dropped again.
This service is provided in high definition by freeconferencecallhd.com. There are 10 participants in the conference. Q&A session has started. The recording has started.
common sense out there. Like a guy that's selling you an empty bag, right? He's selling you the bag, and he's telling you it's something in there, but he never bother to look in the bag, and he tries to sell it to you with.
Why does this thing keep dropping?
This service is provided in high definition by freeconferencecallhd.com. There are 9 participants in the conference. Q&A session has started. The recording has started.
Moral,
I think they're the same way
and and
themselves.
and they say, I still hear this. I heard it years ago. He's a businessman, and
Well,
they
we
look at
look for
politicians as being weak,
right.
and so they look at him as a strong man, and his methods. Uh, we're looking for change. I think Americans, some Americans, they like this.
Right, and you know what? Because and that's why I say that government has failed in certain ways. Because you have a portion of this country that it feels that way, and then you got a certain part of this country too that feels that they've been done wrong, and they have been done wrong. Now, for a lot of white people, they have a lot of I'm not gonna say all, but a lot of them have had opportunities. A lot of them fall into situations. They're born into certain things where they're able to get the first dibs on things, right? I'm not going to get into all that, but I'm just saying that in this country, the country has failed people here. So they have the government itself and the people that work in government or whatever the structure has given a wiggle room for people to doubt government and to make up shit and add on because the government has failed in certain ways. So I say that at the end of the day, right now, the people that work in government now are regular people. It's like you and me, supposedly, but they have their interests, the money, and the money and power corrupts a lot of people that never had power. The money corrupts people in power. You see this in all different fields. It's not only in politics, but the politics is even bigger because you have power to make decisions for
But
people
what we
in the
witnessing
country.
now go against everything, all of these oaths that people take to hold these
Yeah.
positions. It go against everything
For
that
power.
they promise to
Mhm.
take care of the civilians. They give you that power because they know you have influence over a certain amount of population, and you're not supposed to flip it on his head like this. And when you got dummies like Sarge that can't see that he getting played, I keep calling Sarge's name. But I can't help it. He's the only one I know personally. But when you got dummies like Sarge that see that can't see that he getting played, he will go right out there and repeat this dumb shit like he has been doing. And it just spreads and spreads and spreads. Oh Lord.
This service is provided in high definition by freeconferencecallhd.com. There are 9 participants in the conference. Q&A session has started. The recording has started.
Tree back.
Let's
So
talk about that,
it's
Mama's
that
boy. Our
meritorious
community,
manumission nigga.
Mama's boy. Let's talk about that. Our community. I was on Newsmax the other day, and they said 60% were for Biden, and then they tried to make it 30% was supporting Trump. And then I hear sometimes 20% of our community is behind Trump. They're going to vote for Trump, and the number keeps getting higher and higher. Why is that?
If you're talking about Trump, I would say be careful with those numbers and really go check that out because
What
Trump
I
is
said
known.
yesterday.
He is known for being 3%, but by the time he reported out, it's 30%.
That shit is
So,
not.
and
Yeah.
and another
The
thing that
posters.
I can bet on, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
go into 2 other things I was thinking
Mhm.
about. Another thing is you ain't gonna see no black women in that. It ain't gonna be nothing but fucking black men. Now, one thing I want to do, it crossed my mind today, and I wanted to bring it up tonight and see what y'all thought about it. Benjamin Netanyahu is over there trying to stay out of jail, so he's starting a war over there so he can stay out of jail. People want to do these extra terms. Just look at Trump. But wouldn't it be ironic that all this Houthi shit, this shit going over there in Israel, Biden is right in the middle of a presidency when all this shit is going on. Wouldn't it be ironic that that right there causes people to vote him back in office so he can take care of that shit over there? That's just the thought I had today. And
well, that's what George Bush did when he
hey,
ran for the second
look at
reelection.
there. Look at there. And one other thing, Tyrone, I know this is news night, so I wanted to drop a little news that I heard, and I wasn't sure if you was gonna put it on the show. I don't want to be redundant, but let me drop this real quick. You know, the Trump tax cuts did a lot of interesting things. And in order for them to pass those tax cuts, you know how those Republicans was operating up there. They were taking shit out as they was putting shit in. You know, they were removing benefits as they were adding the tax cut for their homies. So one of the things that they removed is protection against fraud. So like Tyrone, somebody motherfucking blow your shit up and you incur all these penalties and fines and and whatnot behind that fraud. Guess what? You may be able to stop the fraud and don't have to pay the initial, but those taxes, penalties, look, those tax cuts, they removed that out. They removed that provision out of the IRS. So if you got stuck with fraud now because of those tax cuts, because of what the Republicans passed, you stuck with all the penalties and fines. Now, there was protection prior to the tax cuts, but they took it out when they passed the tax cut. They took that provision out. So just to let you know, those Republicans don't stop fucking shit up, do they?
Oh no. Oh no. At least I got your line open. And guys, I thought I had your line open. I'm sorry, I keep dropping off of YouTube and I'll keep calling back in.
That's pretty messed up, Tyrone.
Huh?
You have fraud. Somebody steals your information, commits fraud on you. You find out, you fix the fraud, but all those penalties. Say you incur $100,000 in penalties from all that bullshit. Guess what? Republicans say you got to pay that shit.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how it would benefit them.
It didn't. What benefited them was the tax cuts that they passed for their super wealthy friends. They indulge in, but what people didn't know is there's a lot of stuff they took out of the tax code and other things, and this is one of them. You know, so imagine you voted for Trump, somebody motherfucking bust your ass for 20 G's, and you incur, $7,000 in fines and overdrafts, whatever, right? Behind this fraud, you get the fraud fixed, but you still got to pay the $7,000 because the motherfuckers you voted for took it out. Right. It was a provision that was already in there to protect consumers from fraud. So like all the penalties will be forgiven also by the IRS, not now. And I think that's pretty fucked up, especially in this day. Yeah. You see what I'm saying now? Yeah. Especially in this day and age when your identity can get stolen pretty quick. And somebody's got to.
If you're gonna blame the consumer end for fraud that the corporation commit, that's nuts.
It's crazy, ain't it? You got to pay the
This service is provided in high definition by freeconferencecallhd.com. There are 10 participants in the conference. Q&A session has started. The recording has started.
Listen, at that, she had to pay it.
Uncle Sam, I was saying this yesterday.
Motherfucking Republican. It was the tax cuts that's when they took it out. when they were passing that major tax cut for their wealthy friends.
And Sarge thought he got something out of it.
Shit, Sarge
you
get
talking about
fraud
that
on his
money
ass.
that
He
they
gonna
got.
feel different when he got paid them
No, but
penalties.
even that money, even if they gave that money, I always say they always pull that shit out somewhere or another. You know what I'm saying? So he might have thought he got some money or whatever, but
Sorry,
and I'll just say
that's what I'm
this right
saying,
now.
Jay. You give that motherfucker too much credit. Sarge ain't get shit. He ain't get a damn.
Hey,
He
No,
was
man,
I'm
don't
lying.
saying
be.
he claimed and I'm just saying if that's his claim, because that's his claim, that's the claim.
Well,
So
that's a lie.
whether
See,
it's
we
true,
need to be
yeah,
able to
but
call him a lie, Jay. We don't need to give him
no,
credit.
well, if that's not true, right? If that's not true, what he's saying, because that's him, right? This is what I'm saying. Whether he's saying the truth or not, they still pulled out that money somewhere else. They're gonna take it from you. So if he's really got some money, like he said, "Oh, I got extra money," if that's true, you still gonna lose that money somewhere or another because they end up getting you the taxes later anyway. So they'll bring it down now, and then they'll take it away from you later.
But see,
It
that's
ends
the
up
type of
evening
credit we be
out.
giving these crazy motherfuckers, and then he can build off of that. He ain't get shit. He was
He
lying.
can't build nothing over that because either way he's losing. Because again, if he's telling the truth and if he's lying, then it don't even make sense. But if he's telling the truth, he's still gonna get that money taken away. So as much as he feels happy that he did get the money, if he did,
He
they're
ain't get
gonna pull
shit.
that shit out some way down the line. You know what I mean?
He
Like
didn't get a
that's what I'm
damn
saying. My
thing.
point.
He just want to try to give Donald Trump some credit. First of all, he ain't in the top 1%. That's the first
No,
goddamn thing.
Right.
no,
Those are
not
the
even
ones that
close.
got money.
That's the
Not
first
even
Right.
close.
thing. He ain't in the top 1%. And this whole trickle
Right.
down bullshit that this tax cut was supposed to model after, that shit don't never work. And then whenever you see after the tax cut they started closing the child tax credit. They started taking money away from motherfuckers like you and I. So the Charge didn't get shit when he filed tax. So
So he's
that's
a
a
liar.
goddamn
He's
lie.
a liar.
Yeah, he's a fucking liar. And I'm not gonna sit on this
And he's
phone and
not a
scream with
top
him about him
1%.
being a liar, but he lie every day.
Right.
He probably lying in the chat room right now.
Every time he opened his mouth.
Sarge, I hope that
Hey.
if you listen for the New Year, stop lying. Don't lie. No lies in 2024,
Oh, that ain't gonna happen.
please.
We're gonna have to have him coming in the 24 line. That's what he gonna do.
Hey, Tyrone, he especially be lying when he be in that mirror, in the front of that mirror with no
Oh,
shirt on, talking about Biden.
Oh, he gonna come in the 24 line like crazy. So, Miss Elisa, what's happening? We ain't talking about nothing.
This service is provided in high definition by freeconferencecallhd.com.
Okay, so that didn't work that time.
This service is provided in hd.com. There are 11 participants in the conference. Q&A session has started. The recording has started.
Then why not have them
Yeah.
talk in public?
Yeah.
Like it was
And they're running the
crazy
country.
seeing what they
And
were
these
doing.
people are running the country.
They're
You know?
acting like they're from they're talking like pass the ball, pass the potato. It's not us. We're just spectators telling you y'all should be doing this.
Yeah.
You the ones that's supposed to be doing shit.
Yeah. They supposed to figure it all out. That's why they got
like when
voted
I-
That's
into
like
those
us
positions.
working in government and we're blaming everybody else. No, the reason why we have these discussions here is because we're civilians. We're not the government.
Man, I'm gonna
They
tell you.
are. So
Well, look,
I'm
let
gonna
me
tell
say
you,
this right here,
90%,
guys.
90%
Let me say this, guys. If
of
y'all
them
on
damn
YouTube,
Republicans
let me say
ain't
this.
up there to do nothing but cause trouble.
Let me say this, guys. If y'all on YouTube, y'all might want to call in because this line keep dropping. And if y'all want to
After
hear the
hours,
conversation or whatever, just call into the number at 717-908-1834.
just go to the after hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why it keeps
Yeah.
dropping. But
I
Mhm.
But we don't have to worry about it. They can drop all they want to. We still gonna talk.
Hey,
But,
hey,
but
family,
like,
I got a news
I
story
like my
when
little
y'all get
YouTube
done.
audience to listen. You know,
I know
Sergeant,
you
he
do.
be screaming, yelling.
Yeah. But it's the wrong person working tonight. That's all it is.
Yeah, they don't like you tonight. They don't like you tonight. Those bots mess you up,
Every
Tyrone.
Hey,
day.
they done set them box in. They on Tyrone. Yeah.
Yeah. They can't take the talk.
If it's right wing, those bots keep going.
Yeah.
They don't stop there.
You know
They
they
stop.
they
They
on
stop
YouTube.
with what we're doing
They,
here.
they calling him Tyrone. Oh no, we stopping him.
We can't have this conversation. We burning.
Yeah.
But I
This
wanted to
is
say
talk
something
they
about
don't
this
want to
border.
have. They don't want
I
to
wanted to
hear.
say something about the border. Now you saw them nuts down on the border last week. What was that black Republican that they was wanted to run to be Speaker of the House? He wasn't there. Just them standing there looking like hoodlums standing at the border, standing there looking like they was in a mad mob.
That guy from Florida.
No, I'm talking about when they went down to the border. All the
Doherty,
Republicans
you know the
down
black
to,
one that they were
yeah.
going to run for the
I was like,
Speaker
where
of the
was he
House.
at?
He's
It was two of
normally
them.
with them all the
Yeah,
time.
but he wasn't with them.
Florida.
It was just them.
Florida. I can't think of his
Yeah.
name.
And it's another one. And neither one of them was there. What they didn't make it on the plane?
Where were the
They,
blacks?
they,
Where were
they
the blacks?
left them back to take care of the chamber.
No, this whole and y'all know this. I'm preaching to the choir right now. This whole border conversation and this whole impeachment thing is to try to damage the election.
Election. That's all.
That's all that's about.
That's all it
politics.
is.
They try to
Even though there is a real world crisis at the southern border, the way they highlighting it and all that kind of stuff is to damage each other politically and all that kind of.
Yeah, Donald Trump is trying to, bend over backwards to get the same sort of parameters in the Biden presidency that happened in the Clinton legacy. Trying to damage him here, get him bent.
Progress in immigration. There wasn't no progress in immigration as far as policies, as far as the numbers going down, or none of that kind of bullshit.
No.
DeSantis said it himself yesterday.
What?
He said Trump had unfinished broken promises. He never completed the wall.
Oh, yeah.
He said he was going to do this.
Talking.
Listen to DeSantis. Even though DeSantis is telling the truth for his own gain, which you know that DeSantis is full of shit, but he's telling the truth finally because it's for his convenience.
Because Nikki Haley whipping his ass. That's why he
did it too.
That's right.
Right. No, but I want people to understand.
He ain't telling the whole truth. He ain't telling the whole truth. And let me say one more thing, Jay New York. Let me say one more thing. If you take all those people that ran on the Republican ticket, they all pussies, just like the rest of the Republicans.
They
so giving DeSantis, just because DeSantis tell you it's 3:00 when it's 3:00, don't mean that motherfucker is meaning you no good. He using the parts of the truth to try to get him some numbers up, so he don't have to get out the election. Yeah,
right.
But we already know this, and think about this, Jay New York. 90% of America know who they voting for. Only a few motherfuckers is doing that. I don't know shit. Maybe because they don't know. A lot of people don't pay attention to politics. But I'm gonna tell you, 90% people are.
But that's what the right is doing is they held on to them damn backwoods motherfuckers that didn't even vote before, racist ass people that they got to come to the polls. Now they got to hold on to them, and that's why you hear all this extremist talk. That's why you hear the Republicans not saying a goddamn thing.
That's all they got.
Because it was like I've been saying a long time ago, is all you got to do is pander to that goddamn demographic of 72% or 76%, and you'll win every election in this damn country. But I was wrong because I forgot about the non-voting population. You see what I'm saying? But that's what they're doing. They see that
evangelical nationalists.
Yeah.
That's what that's exactly what is no longer the Republican Party. They are evangelical.
They don't have enough supporters. I don't think in this round, again, that's why I say Donald Trump most likely will not win I mean, unless some miracle or they pull some shit under the table, but I would say he will not win because he's lost a large portion of the base that was there in 16, that was not there in 20, and he shaved off some of those
that ain't
people.
the way he wins, Jay. That ain't the way he wins. The way he
No,
wins.
electoral.
Listen, brother. The way he wins is he demonizes the
People not voting.
Democrats. Listen, he demonizes the Democrats and he make them not palatable.
Vote.
So he keeps people home. Once somebody ain't gonna vote for him, they ain't gonna vote for the damn Democrats. Cause remember
Exactly.
the Democrats drank baby blood. Hillary Clinton was killing children.
Right.
All of that dumb shit made them motherfuckers say, I ain't voting for the Democrats, but I ain't voting for this crazy motherfucker either. It's that shit.
And that QAnon shit ain't working no more, so they got to take it up another notch.
Wait a minute,
So now it's Hunter Biden, you know, and it's all kind of centered around Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the head of all of that baby shit and corruption, and you know, and what they do is they gaslight, right, to make the news. So they stay in the news, they stay relevant, and even if a person that follows them doesn't know what's going on, they see them in the news and says, there he goes, he's out there fighting for us.
And he ain't do nothing.
It's an interesting ass dynamic. That's why you see when they have TV in Congress, them clowns really overdo it, because they just want to be seen doing something, and that helps them keep. Look, a lot of them motherfuckers are scared to die. Okay, it has nothing to do with whether or not they care about the Republican Party anymore. I bet you there's a few people want out, but like I said, they're afraid to die because
they don't know how to govern, man. I mean, we got the most unprofessional Congress I've seen in my entire life. I mean, these people do not know what they're doing. I'm not saying that they knew what they were doing before, but at least they could get on the media and have a conversation about politics and policy. These people can't do that. The only thing they talk about is Hunter Biden's nude pictures, this supposed evidence they got against Joe Biden, the corruption to the Ukraine. They don't talk about any motherfucking policies. And whenever it comes to the government shutdown, they don't even know how to keep the goddamn government going. So they have to keep doing these funding bills to try to keep the government going and keep soldiers paid and the government. It's just they don't know what the hell they're doing. Now, I ain't saying the Democrats are geniuses, but at least you can look at an AOC or Hakeem Jeffries or whatever his name is, Swarshowitz, and understand that this man is trying to pass some goddamn policies and keep America goddamn working. But these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they doing. They sound like fucking Sarge. They sound like Sarge reading that goddamn Geneva Convention the other night. That's who the fuck they sound like.
But I have a question for somebody to answer. Did y'all hear the other day when he said, I've been in this church longer than somebody that don't go to church at all? Do y'all remember those words?
They said what?
They said when Biden was down in that church in Carolina, he said he had been in that church longer than some people that never been to church at all.
I don't know who.
Oh, he's talking about Donald Trump.
That's who he was talking about.
He's talking about Donald Trump.
Oh, Biden said
the
that?
one that, huh?
Biden said that?
Yeah. Go back and listen to it. I'm like, what is he talking
He's
about?
talking about the little 5 minutes he been in church is longer than That's wrong.
Like, well,
it's the truth, though. It's the
truth.
Donald Trump got a mail order. He got a mail order fucking bride. Melania Trump was sold to him by some fucking body that sell models and shit. He goes down to the Epstein Island and screw little girls, allegedly. Donald Trump ain't no damn Christian. Donald Trump is the most corrupt president that ever. I don't understand how white America put that man up there. I don't get it.
That's the master WrestleMania crowd.
I told you, Tyrone. I told you. He promised them their nationalism. And okay, there's that one thing that makes the white man forget about Christ and do the opposite. It's always been nationalism. white supremacy.
You
It's
touching on it,
always
but
been
that
there.
ain't you touching on that part of the picture, right? He gave them back their nationalism, but look at that motto right after who just came out of office. Make America great again.
It's great
Because
again.
there has been
Yeah.
a fucking nigga here. We gonna make America great again. That's what this is anti-Obama bullshit for white America. All of this shit is.
Oh, I don't disagree with you at all. And I think it's all encompassed in their nationalism. So it's almost like you can weaponize anything by adding the word nationalism.
Yeah, that's what
You know what I'm saying?
that's all that means. Is that
But
nigga
they're
been in
wrong.
this White House? We need to sanitize this place and make America
Yep.
great again because they had some little nigga children running around here.
We need to put our niggas back in their place and show the whole world that we can still maintain our slaves. I'm telling you.
But Tyrone, have you noticed Trump don't never say nothing about Liz Cheney as bad as she talk about him? Have you heard them say anything about her?
About who? Liz Cheney?
Liz Cheney. Mm-hmm.
But she ain't been in the news. But as soon as she get in the news, he'll start talking about her.
Oh, she's been in the news. She's been all over the place.
all over.
But he hadn't
Yeah,
said
because
nothing about
she's
her.
dropping the book. She dropped the book, so she on. But you know, all them people lives are
Like,
being
why he not?
security up on in their life.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, why he never say nothing about her the way she talk about him? Now she been all over the place talking about he'll never be president again. And
Trump always has trouble with women
because she ain't making no waves.
Cheney.
She really ain't no threat to him. She might be doing those rounds or whatever, but whatever she doing ain't having no impact on him. Because if it was having
if it did, he'd be on her ass.
If it was having an impact on her, he'd be she'd be all over Truth Social. Getting exposed.
I think Dick Cheney got something to do with that. I think he's afraid. Because anybody else say something,
now that's one thing I'm gonna say. Donald Trump is not. Donald Trump is the only person Donald Trump's scared of is Kim Jong-un and Putin. He ain't scared of nobody in this country.
He's afraid of Obama because he always break him down.
I don't think he's scared of nobody in this damn country.
But I mean, it's a shame couldn't even hang the man picture in the White House while he was there. He had to get in when the next president came in. And you talking about they were in love with him, really? Couldn't even lead the White House in the right way. And you talking about
I think the white folks who don't like Trump is being underestimated too.
Yep. Because the lady that was in Iowa the other night, she went in.
Because they gonna sit their ass at the house, mama's boy.
Well, I guess the point I'm trying to get to is that, you know, like I said before, you got congressmen up there basically being held hostage in a cult they want to get out of, you know. So imagine a voter, you know, living in a town, you know, and they may say Trump, Trump, Trump all day, go in there and pull the other level. You know what I'm saying? You know,
because the nuts won't hurt you.
You know, and man, look.
Well, I don't see that. Well, that might be the case, but I know down here that ain't gonna be the case whatsoever.
Well, I know where I'm at.
Every damn person down here that with pale skin is gonna go in there and pull that level for Donald Trump. Come rain, snow.
I believe it. I believe it. Here in Texas, it's a little different, you know, because Texas is so fucking big. It's possible for, you know, 2-3 different demographics.
But no, Texas was almost a turn purple one time, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's what I was saying, and don't be surprised that you know, my governor and Trump don't cause it to go that way this time.
And what's funny about it? What's funny about the whole thing is that it's something that's coming around the corner. I don't know what it is. A surprise, like the October surprise, and it's a surprise is coming, and it's gonna be true. And they don't stumble around with him too much. And these people got to be crazy.
Trump?
I'm saying these people got to be crazy. All these people he done messed up and made them lose their jobs and talked about them. That they gonna go in a booth and vote for him? Really?
I mean, listen, that man done lied. He done tried to overthrow the damn government.
Know.
He done slept with children. He done cussed and called people shithole countries. He done told Putin he love him. He went to Korea and stepped over the damn DZ line. There ain't shit in this country that Donald Trump is gonna do that's gonna be a surprise to nobody. I don't think.
Oh yes, I think it is.
I don't know.
It's
They
gonna be a
let him get away
surprise.
with a lot.
When
American
they lock it down.
president stepping over the fucking DZ in Korea and shaking that little fat fucker's hand. I don't know how the
I'm
hell he
sorry, man. If the whole world saw him palling around with Jeffrey Epstein and he's still about to win the damn Republican nomination, ain't shit finna knock him out.
And not only
No,
that,
that just-
there audio out there right now from Howard Stern show where he was talking about Paris Hilton when she was 14 years old. I mean, there's all kinds of dirt on this man out here.
But I'm saying eventually it runs out, and his whatever he got going on is running out. Cause you wouldn't have never thought Giuliani was gonna have to pay them women that money either.
I believe that.
Well, now Giuliani's a different case. He ain't no
But
Trump.
you wouldn't have never thought he would have had to pay all of the stuff he did, all the people he put in jail.
You know, it's interesting you bring that up, Maze. It's interesting you bring that up because I was thinking today, I was listening, I think it was MSNBC. Somebody had this guy that worked for Forbes, and I guess he was always dealing with Trump because Trump was always calling in the Forbes, trying to get higher on the list. And he explained that Trump is probably sitting on like about $400 million cash right now. Now I'm thinking this lowly guy knows this shit. And that fine come down, let's just say it's 270, 280 million, you know. I mean, that court's gonna get that money. That judge can make sure that he gets that money. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he got that cash somewhere. So I don't know. Trump is still gonna be a millionaire. Okay, don't everybody get that twisted. He's still gonna be a millionaire. But multi-millionaire with the way shit's going is if he ever loses any kind of financial support from a big donor or something, he in trouble.
But see, those are the ones. See, I'm glad you mentioned it because those are the ones pushing this fucking idiot.
Yep.
And, you know they keep secretly sliding them damn money and donations and shit, and that's why he's so emboldened to go out front. Now it may not even be Americans. It may be somebody like fucking the Saudis.
Maybe Putin.
Yeah. So somebody's paying this motherfucker.
You know, but something I found.
Did you see all the money he got while he was in office from all them different countries?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
and
like,
see,
really?
here's the deal: is they accusing Joe Biden? This is what
they're
accusing Joe Biden of influence peddling, and that's all the hell he did when he was in office. Was sold the office of the presidency. He received those money from those countries, and he kept it. He kept that goddamn money. And
Tyler,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know, a judge can put in their ruling that you can't pay your fine with campaign money or anybody. The only person can pay for that is you out of your finances. And, you know, right now they got his finances on lock. They know if he spent $1, they know.
He ain't gonna follow that rule, man. He done broke that rule like 80,000 times. None of that money he received off them damn emails that I get was supposed to have been used for that goddamn court proceeding. It wasn't.
Well, isn't there some sort of clause on that deal where they use so much for campaign, so much for whatever the fuck they want, right?
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to use that money for this, but that's what the hell he been doing.
You know.
Humpty Dumpty gonna fall off the wall. I keep telling y'all.
Yeah, but he got a disclaimer.
I'm right there with you with hope, Maze. I'm right there with you and hoping that it happens.
You hoping, Tyrone?
I don't see it.
I see it.
He got a disclaimer.
You have to leave politics alone and just watch and look at different other things. What's under behind the curtain and under the rocks and all of the stuff he done went through because he been doing it all his life. Just like his niece said, one day it's gonna come to an end. He cheated them out of money. His own family. Okay.
I think it's the end because of the regular old shit that always knock motherfuckers down. Motherfuckers seem like they can't never be knocked down. And it's somebody's gonna talk somebody gonna tell on his ass.
Now watch this right
Somebody
here.
gonna fucking.
Let me show you how greasy it is and how this system works. You look at what's going down there in Georgia right now with Fannie Willis. You know, Trump's one of Trump's co-defendants had done pulled up some dirt on Fannie Willis, and they trying to get that whole motherfucking case thrown out because she's dating one of the attorneys that she's on the case with or whatever. And I guess that's
It's
a
just
thing.
like-
You know, so
It's just like the black lady they just took from the university. They doing at it again.
yeah, I don't
That's
think it's
all
a
it
big
is.
deal.
And
But
they want
whenever
people to
whenever
believe it.
white America get a hold of that, well, she's dating whatever the fuck. After a while, everybody else can be saying, well, they need to throw that out. And then,
I think they determined in Georgia though. I think that's gonna make a difference.
well, this stuff need to
He
go
ain't
ahead and
running the
roll
show
over a
over
couple of
there.
weeks so I can see, because this is some bullshit here.
And another thing they ran out on is the man that they said that didn't report that he was in the hospital.
Yeah, he put that shit to
Republicans,
bed.
they wanted to run with it, but he told somebody.
He
And then
put
somebody
that
he
shit
told,
to bed.
he said that person said they were sick, and they didn't tell nobody because they were sick, and they tried to put it on him. I'm glad. He should be happy that I'm not glad that he's in the hospital sick or nothing, but let them do their own dirty work over there with what they trying to do. At least somebody else is in his place while he's not there.
I'm telling you, while
They won't put it on
Trump
him.
is in trouble, it's gonna be news cycle while Trump is in trouble. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, right on down to the swatting incidents now. You remember that they swatted the judge, started, you know, I mean, the white folks gonna be doing everything to try to save their Jesus, because it's about white nationalism. It's about that event. That's what it's about.
He trying to do just like he did when he took all them people up to the Capitol. He trying to do it again. It's like, well, if you mess with me, they gonna do this. Put them on in jail and don't think nothing. When he said he gonna free them, the ones that's in jail, he said they hostages.
Yeah, and that's another
All the
thing that
people went
he's
to jail.
doing is he's running around here calling goddamn criminals hostages.
Right.
Why the fuck is that acceptable on the campaign trail? That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. But he's not on
Well,
the trail. He's not on the trail. He just out there coming up to gather him some nuts, like fudge them together around him. But it's gonna fade away. Gonna start fading away. And then Nikki Haley, they don't want her. She took that flag down. She gonna be just
that's a
like Chris
good point.
Christie,
She
because he
did,
shook
didn't she?
Obama's hand and they never got over it.
So yeah,
he knew he
she
wasn't
might
gonna
be
win either.
done. She might be done in the national.
man, Chris Christie buried her ass. Chris Crispy buried her ass on that open mic.
Yeah, Crispy
Buried her ass.
should have
He
helped
buried it
out.
before he went on an
shoulda
open
helped
mic.
her.
He buried it last week when he said what he had to say.
Man, but he buried all of them. When he did that speech, he talked about all their ass. He's like, if you can't say that Donald Trump is unfit to be president, then you're unfit to be president.
Because you remember when they did that when they did their inauguration and they put all this, that was Obama picture, but they put the people to make it look like it was Trump people. That's the kind of stuff they put on for the people to see. If someone believes it, but you better be watching.
Well, they do believe it. They do believe it.
Yeah.
They
So when it comes to
believe it.
those numbers, so how can 95% of the black people be Democrat and 33% for Trump? Those numbers above 100%. I'm saying, like, whoever put this out, and you need the people that are writing and putting this stuff out, look at them. They don't look like nobody else, the average man on the street.
Well, that's because roles have reversed. Now the Trump voter is the uneducated white man.
Yeah, I'm
It
telling you,
used
a
to be
large
the-
population. If you would have looked at the exit polls a while back, you see a large population of Americans just didn't vote. I forgot what the percentage was, but it wasn't big whatsoever. But that population that didn't vote, that's who fucking Trump is pandering to with all this racist bullshit.
Only thing that for 55% of people, that's the only voters he gonna have is 55%. He got more people now than he had when he was president. 55% cannot get him elected. And then you got these independents, and you got these liberals.
Hey, 55% of the Republican electorate is not gonna get him elected. He got to be up in the 90s, 80s, and 90s.
Okay.
And that's all you see.
Yeah, he got to be up in them 80s and 90s to win. Man.
What throws me off is Fox News. I don't get why they still go with this dumb shit. I don't get it.
just to get paid. Just showing Hennessy there every night like a dunce. He don't know that. Then they want to look at Joy Reid. What does Joy Reid got to do with what's going on? She just explaining what she see. Gonna be just like Tucker Carlson out
Hey
trying to find a
man,
job.
I told y'all this a long time ago, and I still believe it to this day. Because it goes all the way back to when we first got here. White man get caught in the bedroom of his next door neighbor's daughter, and they call the sheriff and get him out there. And man, you were caught molesting this man's daughter. He said, "Yep, but I got 2 black slaves." Well, okay, we'll let you go.
That's Sergeant ABC. I'm sorry. But anyway, Tyrone, is there any way that you can keep Greg off the air? In when they having a conversation, you be sitting back, laying back, listening and enjoying yourself, and here he come in with all this unnecessary loser kind of stuff. And he just interrupts the whole time. The East Coast them be having fun and talking to each other. And he just come in and try to interrupt because he don't like what's going on.
I can't do nothing much. I can't do nothing much about that because I don't know when y'all be on here, to be honest with you. And I don't be on. If I come on, I can get him off, but I don't be on there.
Yeah, but he's very sickening.
Well, Greg is
you don't learn nothing from him. All he want to talk about.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All he want to talk about is between somebody's leg or somebody's child or somebody this. So nobody want to hear that.
Yeah, Greg.
Oh, he definitely wants to degrade the black woman.
Yes.
That's his first.
So I'm saying, like, they're having fun and he on here in the way.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know when he come on. I stopped letting him come on when I'm on and stuff like that. But that's
but he don't need to be on. He need to go to sleep or somewhere because he don't know how to join the conversation and have the fun with the people.
Well, that's the reason I stopped talking to him because that's what he always turned the conversation into, something stupid.
Well, he still do it. So I like the after hour. Sometimes you just sit back and listen. You don't even have to say nothing. Just learn and listen to the music. They have it going on.
Yeah, he's one of those people that's stuck in the past with all these same old talking points that they had 10 years ago about whatever, everything is all the woman's fault and all that kind of dumb shit.
But it's just ridiculous to hear him just come in the mix out of nowhere and people having fun. It's like it just mess up the whole era that you're just listening to and having fun and listening.
Yeah, he do mess up.
Why don't he just go on Saturday night and enjoying those people?
Because he won't get to talk, he'll be muted.
He need to join the Saturday night crowd. That's what he need to be. Stay having over here in the after hour.
Hey, Tyrone. I mean, I am available if you want to slide me the credentials. I'm available to
somebody that
monitor mine when I do come on.
Now, Tyrone, he likes to pick at me. And one night, he called me shine bone. I said, and I asked him last night or the night before. I said, "What's a shine bone? I ain't never heard anybody called a shine bone." Have you heard that before? That term?
I heard him call a Sambo or
So he be with weird with. No. He said shine bone, shine bone. And I said I ain't never. Then he said I didn't say that. So a lot of times I just don't talk. I've told him, quit calling us niggas. So the first thing he come on, he's saying you niggas. And that's his favorite thing. And then he get on to women. So usually mama's boy has to really put it to him, talk about him real bad, to get him off. But we keep business going. But sometimes I just don't want to talk to him. So when
it's really disruptive to have to stop what we doing just to cuss this motherfucker out so he'll go to bed. That's crazy.
Yep.
I don't know.
He'll work on Jay.
I guess it's just a trolling thing.
I told him, I said, why you come?
He don't like what's being said, and then he get angry, and then try to distract like Sarge do. Because he don't have nothing to
add to the conversation.
And that's the very thing that gets him off the line, Tyrone, is when I explain to him how sadistic he is to keep coming back to get this kind of treatment that he's getting. And he, you know what I'm saying? And he'll usually
lay the wood on him. Yeah, he lays the wood on him. But I'm not mama's boy, so.
And I'm glad
I
you're
don't
not
deal with the
East
black
Coast.
women.
I'm glad
Right.
you're not. You don't ever go down that road, bro. It's a terrible place to be, you know.
Like that. I mean, like
So
they have it. I'm gonna tell you, they have it going on. And
yeah,
like, I mean, you learn things,
and
and they
it's
talk to
funny.
each other, and ain't
So,
nobody trying to know more than one
and
other.
Sarge and them, they be
And
listening.
that's how
And
men
Mr.
supposed to do stuff.
Solution, they won't call in. We be
No,
talking about
but they
But
don't
just
got
y'all
what
nothing to
sound
you
talk
like
we
y'all
about.
talk
sound like
about
y'all
that.
be on there every night. Y'all be on there every night.
Well, probably
Pretty much.
3 nights, whatever we're there. I would say we were there last
It
night, the
usually
night before,
Tuesdays,
Sunday night,
usually Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Nobody really calls in, or people
Right.
call and check, and they don't stay on. But then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we be humming, bro. We be humming all the way up in the Monday.
Yeah, I fall
East Coast
asleep.
come in and throw a jam session on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I fall asleep. So that when they don't hear me, they know I fell out. It'd be about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, we had Tyrone. I know you won't believe it, but we had East Coast up 4 o'clock in the morning one night last week.
Playing music, going back to the
And
old school.
that's the reason why Greg be coming in after he done, got drunk, smoked a couple of rocks. That's when he want to call in and see what we doing.
Yeah,
You know.
so, but he
See, real
doesn't
men have
really
conversations
phase
and
us.
real
But
men
it's
have
just
conversations and do stuff like that.
yeah,
And
but
some
it's
ladies
just
just sit back and listen.
And we
Some
talk
yeah,
about everything too. We don't just stick on one thing.
right,
It's something different every night.
It
You
helps your
know.
brain.
yeah. So
Cause I was
we
talking
keep
to
it
Sister
humming.
Ottawa one
So we
night.
thank you for your platform.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I was
appreciate your
talking to,
platform, Tyrone.
but Tyrone, I was
Yeah,
talking to Sister Ottawa and the chicken was crowing. Was it New Year's one night? I heard a rooster.
rooster. I told Tyrone. She said she's over in Gambia now.
That's the fun time. So have fun
Yeah,
time. They need to they need to
she.
relax their minds and their bodies
I
and get off some of this stuff
yeah.
that's the family and the woman and find something that's destructive to talk about and learn
Yeah.
things. Stop
So
being
I guess
mad at
she's
each other.
one of those patriots. That's what you call them,
You
expatriates.
talking about Ottawa?
You're right. Yeah, because I thought she was
Well,
in
I'm glad
Central
she made it
America,
back to
but she told
Africa.
me.
You know, that's good. I want to go to Africa one day. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So my
Yeah.
cousin went and they had fun. They went last year. And the pictures they sent back, they were
I
nice.
mean, I think it's really cool to be able to speak to people from here that went actually, not Africans per se or something. You get, of course, that feedback as well, but to speak to people from here that's went over there and actually experienced it, that you can kind of relate and connect to the as far as
Well, you getting
experiences.
firsthand experience, and that's
Yeah, that's
that's way more important than hearsay.
anything else.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
I just opened
exactly.
somebody's line. Whose line is that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
it's
still
Miss
Uh-oh.
here.
Lady.
What's up, Miss Lady?
Oh,
Hello,
How
my
you doing?
Hello,
Happy
goodness.
Miss
New
Lady. Hello,
Year.
Miss Lady.
Happy 2024, I suppose. Ooh, thank God there's no yelling and screaming and cursing and folks acting a fool.
You know, soon as you hear your voice,
My,
he gonna call in and scream.
oh my God, somebody droning on and on and on. The same voice on for like hours,
Yeah.
Woo,
Miss Lady, you
how
in good
boring can it
spirits.
be? Huh?
Miss
I
Lady, do
said
you
you're
listen to
in
the
good
after hours
spirits.
sometime?
I'm pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it relaxing sometimes just to hear men talking to each other and getting along and discussing things?
What an anomaly, huh?
And not putting women down.
Oh God. There's money to be made putting down women, especially black women.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, y'all under attack right now,
We under
Miss Lady.
attack.
Yeah, from both ends.
We're under attack, aren't we? Well, you know, what men that attack women like that, there's something very wrong with them. Because even if there's money to be made, what a way to do it, huh?
Yeah, but
They
see,
could find another. They could
somewhere
find another
along the
way.
way, and it's probably been more of a gradual change. The reason why it's so hard to notice, but black men has kind of, I say, trying too hard to imitate white boy. So we don't even care anymore. We don't have dignity anymore. I was taught when I was young to take pride in your work, and that meant there is so far you gonna go before you gonna say, I gotta die with this. I'm not. You're not taking this much of me. I'm not. No.
Mm-hmm.
It's called manhood, so to speak. It's a certain style of doing things. Would you want
Mm-hmm.
to be a millionaire for doing this, compromising your self values, or do you at least stand for something? And, that was one of my dad's famous sayings: stand for something or fall for anything over and over again. That's what my
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And it means
Mm-hmm.
something. That's substantial to me. You should have some sort of pride in yourself. And a lot of our black men have lost their pride in themselves.
So when they lose their pride in themselves, what happens to them emotionally and mentally?
Well, they immediately are used, abused, terrorized, tortured, and tricked. So I imagine you're gonna have a pretty uh, angry, resentful, uh, intolerable, bad breath Negro running around when you get treated like that by the white man. And the first thing our black men do is take it out on the ones closest to them, be it a woman,
Mm-hmm.
a child, or a man. It makes no damn difference. It's probably going to be someone that's closest to them. Instead of lashing out at the cracker who embarrassing them, they lash out at the.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. That's exactly what it is, huh?
Hey, look at Sarge. He comes on here every night and lashes out on us when he really need to be lashing out on Donald Trump, the one who lied to him, tricked him, stole his money, called him a bitch,
And had him
slapped him on the
stand
back of his head.
had him standing out there by post office boxes with camouflage clothes on.
In his camo with the binoculars and shit. Come on, how creepy is? Come on, now, black man, when you got binoculars, you are the white man. If you ain't got binoculars to check your land, territory, or fight a war, you are the white man. Peeping indoors, peeping at watching people, watching them niggas down the street. So I know when to call the police. You the white man.
I can't believe he came on here and told us he did that. That was crazy. That was funny to me though.
That is crazy. That's
watching,
real
watching,
crazy.
watching voting boxes, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Ain't that what he was watching?
He's
yeah, he was
he's
watching the
saying that
post
he
office
was
box
he's saying that he
and
He was
was
people
watching
dropping
voting
ballots in the box or
boxes.
whatever the hell.
listen. He'll say for here go me defending Sarge. He'll say that he was doing his duty as a U.S. military man and police officer.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, you defending him. See, that's some made up shit there.
Yeah, that's some shit that don't make no goddamn sense.
He was self-appointed. He not the police department, not the military, but he self-appointed himself to do his duty and check
What?
those
So
boxes out.
what was that dumbass motherfucker on the Dukes of Hazard? He was that damn cop. He was doing it, motherfucker, issuing a citizen's arrest ass nigga
Ro-
over here.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Yeah, right. He was doing his Roscoe. He
Roscoe.
Roscoe P.
Roscoe P.
Coltrane.
Train.
Piece of
Mm,
shit.
mm, mm,
Roscoe. He
mm.
probably is Roscoe. Roscoe P. Coltrane.
No, then
Mm,
you go
mm,
down to the
mm.
city you go to the city and to the police department or military. Say, listen, did anybody give you permission to do this? No, I self-appointed myself. There you go. So that's your boy over there.
Hey, hey Tyrone, I would have liked to have seen the Get Ready for that though. You know what I'm saying? Getting his vest out and getting his guns out.
I believe him, but I can't believe that he actually came on here and told us that's what the hell he was doing. That ain't nothing to brag
Tyrone,
of.
that's how far brainwashed and up the Strassel of Donald Trump that he is.
Yeah, but
He is
you
way
hear
up
what he
there.
said at the end?
He's so far up the Strassel he can hear Donald Trump's heartbeat.
Okay, now
The crazy
What did
I
he
know
do?
I'm a country boy,
What did
but
he
what the
say?
hell is a damn Strassel? I got to learn it once in a while.
Oh damn, Tyrone,
Texas.
you ain't never played Big Wiz?
Yeah, I play Big Wiz.
Okay, so up the Strassel, down the Strassel.
Okay, I'm googling.
Oh
The crazy
man.
thing is,
See, in
the
South
crazy
Carolina,
thing is
they
that
didn't use that terminology,
he didn't
mama boy.
even follow through on
You
his
say
own thing
what you
because he
say,
said that.
East Coast? I fucked you
I
up
just
with that.
said, no, I'm saying, where Tyrone is, they didn't use that terminology. They
They
probably
didn't
used
use the
another
word
term.
Strassel. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
well
I bet you, yeah.
Clearly
I
they
learned
did.
it from some E6s
No,
and
that's a
E7s in the
that's a new
army.
word for
Oh.
me. Betrothal. That's a new one for me. I never heard
See
that
that?
one
See, I
either.
ain't the only one. Then see that? I knew it. Damn it.
Up the Strassel, huh?
Okay. When you
heard
playing
it
Big
either.
Wiz and you pick a suit, they're gonna ask you, are you coming high? Or are you coming low? Are you starting with deuce? That's the high card, or is it the ace? That's the high card. So when you saying up the Strassel or down the Strassel, you saying are you coming high? Or are you coming? That's at least that's what I learned. That was
Oh.
that was just the terminology. So I just used it in conversation. I'm sorry, y'all. But see, I've been accused of using words I don't know what they mean. Y'all just help me prove that I use words that I know what they mean.
I mean, it sounded like it fit. It fit and
See.
everything. I just want to know what the hell
Yeah.
it means.
We didn't know what it meant. To me.
Well, just
And you
remember
could bet
this: he didn't
you
even
could bet
follow
Sarge
through.
you could bet Sarge didn't use a ladder to get up there. He wormed his way all the way up there,
All the
okay?
way. Oh man.
He wormed his way all the
He
way, huh?
wormed his way, sis. And inch by inch too, because you can hear it in his revelry, in the way that he talks so bad about Democrats and us and liberals, and because it's one of those angry cadences that means you done got your ass whooped by them so much that it's not that you conquered them. It's not because if you beat them, it ain't gonna be an angry cadence. It's gonna be proud. You're gonna hear pride and probably some hyperbole. But when you have been deeply hurt, and we all know this, brothers and sisters, when you are deeply hurt, you have a grievance. You're
So
gonna
folks
constantly
just ain't
agree.
turned out to be what they wanted them to be, huh?
Well, not enough people joined the Trump train. That's what happened. They mad at you. How come you didn't fall for this damn shit? Now I look like I'm stupid for
Yeah, see,
falling for this shit.
and they'll
The
never
grievance
admit that.
party.
They ain't got no
No, they
humility.
won't, Tyrone.
They ain't got
They
no
won't, but
humility. They can't say my bad. I'm wrong. I was wrong. They can't do that. They cannot do that.
they can come on here and call us what Marxists, Leninists.
Hey,
Say you on
mama boy.
say you on a Democrat plantation or
Ti-
whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
I played some Thomas Sowell last night. Me
What?
and Jay listened to it. Yes, I did. He's 80 plus years old, and he was talking about Trump. And it was short. These were like 3 minutes. So I'll play those type. And then there was another one, 2 minutes. But you know what he said? And I didn't know. He said he was a Marxist when he was 19 years old. He was a Marxist.
What?
That's what he said.
Wow.
I'll find it. We'll play it during the after hours. Y'all
Hey,
can
but
hear it.
that just further shows you that America was for the Nazis before they was against the Nazis.
Mm.
We had Americans
Yeah.
donating,
I believe it. I believe it.
you know.
Yeah, the parties back in the 30s.
Yeah, it was always about white supremacy, especially that far back. It was about white supremacy,
Yeah,
especially right
that's a
after the
little piece
Civil
of
War.
history. That's a little piece of history that they leave out is that they was some Americans in support of that shit. A lot of them actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. They always leave it out.
Y'all were talking about Biden, and I said Biden knows how to fight. So where Mays picked up what he said in the church, and we've heard Biden said some stuff. So I think he's gonna come out fighting. He's just not
Well, I
in his
mean,
way.
he'll come out fighting, but it's gonna be slow as hell, East Coast.
Yeah.
I mean,
Boy, it looks like Biden
But-
got a lot of Botox too, boy. In his face.
he trying to perk up. I seen his
yeah,
wife out
yeah.
there.
So
on
he
tour today.
says
Go ahead.
he says things
I told you
when it comes to Trump.
when it came to Biden, I told you the liberals are mad with him because would not take people going to put the conventions in Carolina. They mad with him. He going back to where the people they put him in office. That's where he went to, and they
Black
upset
people,
some of them liberals.
right.
And some of those
Hey,
that
I'm
was
gonna
in
tell you.
Obama
I'm gonna tell you
administration.
another thing they upset about,
Right.
man.
Let me
They
finish.
upset. Oh yes,
Yeah, some
ma'am.
of those that was in the Obama administration, he did not choose them to be there because some of them didn't do that, but just in the way. And so those are the ones that mad with him, and you hear complaining.
Well, those
But it is when you
progressives,
come to
I mean,
95% of black people vote
listen,
Democrat.
I agree with 99.9% of what progressives say. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and tell you that I don't. And they got some good points, but when it comes to this race right here, there's only two choices so far. Either Biden or Trump, and I ain't finna choose no
Well, you
goddamn
got
Trump.
Cornell, but you got Cornell West, the one.
No, you don't got Cornell West because he's
One
a
that
Green
was
Party.
having my blood.
No, not
sad.
Cornell.
Here he comes.
That's just like I was telling.
They made
That's
all
just
that
like I
money.
was
And they
telling
get people that
Allfax
just
them.
use-
That's just you throwing away your vote. You vote for Cornell West. You throwing that shit away. I ain't gonna throw
No, I'm
away
saying,
your vote.
Man,
for what
come
reason?
on, man.
He was mad because he couldn't go to the White House. And now he's out here running
Him
for
and
president.
Tavis Smiley. Remember when
Yeah.
Obama
That's not
came?
when
They
they
had
did
a
the
problem.
Not
Them
Travis.
two.
People
Yeah, when
forget that.
Tavis Smiley first hit
They
the
forget
street with
stuff when you say
Obama,
you
he
doing
was
something.
hating on
Just to
Obama
split 'em
on
up.
it.
And that's it. Now where's Tavis now?
Yep.
I'm
Hey,
wondering where
you,
because I haven't heard. Why he not
man,
running
you
with
get
him for something? He not
you
even
get
with him.
booted off NPR, you fucked up.
Yeah, that's PBS, right?
So I'm saying, like, he's sitting up there screaming and hollering about a lot of things that need to be done, but he don't have to be president to do it. Because he know he ain't up. I don't know who paying him. They say he's there to split the vote. And then the Kennedy man, he full of drugs, and they trying to act like he's somebody. And then Oprah's
He was in
spiritual
Epstein's hot
advisor,
plane too.
he out there, all of them out there. Just out there in the way.
The Kennedy, the Independent, the Green Party or Independent Kennedy, he admitted he was on that plane with Epstein too. He said
Yeah,
with the family.
with his
I
family.
don't know.
That's what he said.
Hey,
I don't
bro,
know if
a lot of folks, a lot of folks, more than that 170 done fuck with Epstein. Tell him.
Oh yes, Clinton was with him too, and then it's a way.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have one of the girls say that he wasn't doing nothing. Like Michael Jackson. We don't know why he was there, but I guess he was performing for him.
Dershowitz, did Dershowitz name come out on that?
Dershowitz.
Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah, he
His
was
name
in
all
it.
over
He
that
left white somewhere.
Yeah, he low leader.
Not Dershowitz.
And he used to love Hillary Clinton.
Y'all remember when Clinton? Y'all remember when Clinton was sat up there for weeks and weeks and said he never went to the island. Come to find out that motherfucker hung out there. He was on the block. He
Who
was on
said
the
you said
block
Clinton?
on that
Clinton?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
he's a
say
liar. That dude
he
was a
made
liar.
like 20 trips.
He's a liar too, man. I don't know why fucking people was going crazy over Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, but he's a liar too. All them motherfuckers liars, and they perverts because they slept with little children, man. That's what Epstein thing was. Those were kids down there.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole Epstein thing. Is that he dealt with young girls.
And watch this. Hillary Clinton is doing fucking media rounds, and not one damn time has anybody asked her, did you know your husband slept with fucking children? Not one time. She's doing media rounds.
He was doing something.
No,
Huh?
it didn't.
At one time they were trying to say she was. What were they saying to her about some children that she had did to the children or
Oh,
some
they,
kind of
they
crazy?
said
Well,
she was
that was
killing them
that
and
Pizzagate shit. That was that Pizzagate.
drinking their
They was
blood
going
and all
in
that
with
kind
that.
of dumb
Okay.
shit.
That was weird.
I'm like, and Trump. That's when Trump was a Democrat. He was doing all this stuff.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you that video of him palling around with Epstein. That's when he was a Democrat.
It was all friends.
That was just before he married Melania.
And then he married Melania.
He was casing the place.
illegals over here.
He was casing the place.
Now he wasn't casing the place. I'm telling you, Epstein told him, said, "Look, bro, we're gonna throw a party. I got a present for you." And he bring all his little old kids. And Trump out there having a nigga good time or a crack a good time with all them little young girls. Then he take them in the back room and say, "Look what I got for you."
Listen.
Melania, Donald. Bam.
Yeah, and listen, Fox News ain't reported on damn Trump being at that damn island. They ain't reported on Melania Trump being a fucking illegal immigrant who's a mail order bride for Donald Trump. I mean, she just is.
But
they gotta ignore that, man.
But you still have to go back.
But Bill Cosby had to go to jail for what he did. But the rest of them, they get to keep walking around.
Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, all them black men, they're locked their ass
them going
up.
to jail, but nobody else that was doing stuff. And the girls are still here, but they can't tell their story.
They locked them black men up quick. And I don't give a shit what nobody say. They killed that damn man. They killed that motherfucker in prison. Somebody allegedly, I guess people can say that shit. But that man, he just didn't pew himself or whatever. He just didn't off himself.
Hey, that's why them guards wasn't there, so the dude could walk his ass in there.
Yeah.
What's up, Jeffrey? How you doing, bro? Clink, clink. Yeah, you know it's time, Jeffrey.
If you didn't see him bring
And
his
see,
name
the reason I say that because that man was dirty rich from doing what he did, right? And whenever you got that much money, his prison life would not have been that bad.
Nah, it wouldn't have been bad at all.
Just like that Maxwell lady, wherever she at,
Elaine, she overseas. She ain't serving time over here.
Oh.
Yeah, so that whenever you got money, they put you in jail.
Well, no, I take that back. She is serving time here. Hold on. I think they got her in a supermax thing.
She's in prison.
Yeah, I think she's in like Minnesota.
20 years?
Yeah, she locked up, but
listen, they would have got the best. Listen, they would have got the best of the best though, because even if
he wouldn't have been with Ray.
They would have found. They would have They would have put furniture in the cell. They would have put carpet. They would have put a TV.
Yeah, so he had no reason to kill his damn self. He had no reason to kill himself. And then you had names on that list like Prince, the Prince in the UK, and other foreign dignitaries and all that kind of bullshit.
Sir.
Showing up at that island.
I wonder how their wives thinking after they done pulled them names out of that box.
They don't give a shit. Them women married to them rich men, they don't give a shit. Long as the money
Harry.
keeps flowing in.
I'm talking about the king. Was it Prince Harry? His brother?
Andrew.
No,
Prince
Andrew. Andrew already got booted though. Y'all remember when the Queen rode that horse with him and told him, "You got to move out of the complex. Don't call us. We'll call you."
You talking about with Meghan and Harry? Is that who you talking about?
And make sure you
No,
that was Prince Andrew. Once that shit came out, it was Andrew.
Oh, so the one that showed up at Jeffrey Epstein Island, he got kicked out.
Yeah. They booted him out. He had to live in. I think he had to live separate, in another house.
Oh,
yeah, he still got his money, but he was no longer.
He ain't suffering.
He wasn't royal no more.
He couldn't sit at the table. He couldn't sit on the table with grandma, but she was alive.
Well, see, what you have to remember as one of those royals, you have certain duties that you have to do. You have to go around for the queen and do this and do that and do this. And hey, they said, "Look, motherfucker, hit the bench."
That's it. We believe in you.
Hit the bench.
Hey, way down there. Help the dude with the water. Help the dude with the water. That's right.
We're gonna, Prince Andrew. We're gonna release you of your duties because you were touching them young booties.
Hey, that shit was funny when the Queen was out there riding her horse. They was riding horses together, And it looked like some old Italian movie, man. She looked like she was riding talking like, you know, you can't come back to this complex after
You
this.
can't come in. You can't come in. You are officially banned from all the privileges.
Man, who the fuck told you to go touch a baby, man? God
You
damn, man. We got
embarrassed.
money. We got money out the yin yang. They still giving us money. You could go buy a damn hoe. Look at goddamn your brother Charles. God damn it.
Yep.
You got to be.
Charles
Yeah, that
kind
was
of
an
excommunicated him when he became king. Mama
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah,
Of
Charles.
Yeah, he had him
course,
crying.
Charles said,
He was
that's
hey,
all
crying.
about
Charles.
reputation, you know. And
he threw that nigga under the bus. I'd have excommunicated him too. How you gonna throw me under the bus in front of mama?
out of here.
You out here touching kids.
Yeah, but that's a whole racist place over there. That damn Marvin Merkel or whatever her name is, she ain't. I mean, okay, so she got some Jamaican in her or whatever that is, but she ain't that black to where they had to damn kick them two out of the
No,
damn.
she has Nigerian, and it was quite a bit of Nigerian actually.
Ain't her mama Jamaican?
No, she's not. She said she has a lot of Nigerian. I think she's like a high amount, like 40% Nigerian or something.
Hey, you know, you fucked them white folks up with that much African. That's why.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She didn't have to get kicked out the country because he married that damn lady. That's crazy.
No,
They
she
didn't have to
left
go on
because
the
she didn't
run.
want to be with them racist people.
And they was being racist
You know,
toward the.
what
Listen,
they
not
did
only
to
not
that
only.
woman-
Not only was the palace being royal racist to them people, but the tabloids was being racist to the people. The citizen was being racist to them people.
Exactly.
Everybody in that country. So fuck UK. That's what I.
Well, it wasn't everybody, to be honest, because the younger people actually liked Harry and Meghan, most of them, and a lot of them wanted to end the monarchy.
Oh,
like the
so it
young
was kind of like
people.
the older
Old
population.
English people.
Okay.
Older,
Well, still
tired,
scary.
racist.
Just like these
English
old tired
white.
motherfuckers over here.
Exactly.
I know. But you know what? Megan showed up and they got so intimidated and they felt shame because she and Harry had a lot of charisma and they did really good work and they're being
they doing
celebrated
good.
by
And they did a
people
lot in
around the
Africa.
world. And the other ones were lazy and they weren't
No, they
doing
didn't care.
anything.
Yeah, they
They
doing
didn't
good.
care
They
about
doing good.
people, and those two do,
Oh,
and they put their money where their mouth is. They put their energy and time because they've given a lot of money to different organizations, and they have a foundation. They've done a lot, and
they
so
doing
the
really
other
good.
ones,
They holding strong. They doing their damn thing. They creating their own, and they doing good.
Mm-hmm. And what they thought they
Yeah.
were going to change the monarchy and change it around, the two of them, and they didn't want to see that. And that's why they treated her.
They didn't want to make any
No, they
changes.
didn't want to see.
Now, how far was Harry in line for the kingship?
Oh, he's
His
way
brother,
down the line.
gotta die. His
And
brother
his
gotta
brother's
die,
children.
and any of his brother's kids
So
gotta
he
die.
wasn't even nowhere near that damn crown.
No,
then.
he ain't
Yeah, he
close
doesn't want.
enough.
He doesn't want. I don't think he wants
don't
to
want it
be
anyway.
king.
He wasn't
But-
nowhere
but
near the
yeah,
crown,
yeah.
and they got rid of them too. That's crazy.
But yes, he would be if he did something wrong and get thrown out like the other one did.
Like Andrew, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they targeted that woman so much when she was over there. She was pregnant and had a miscarriage from all of that constant, everyday hatred.
But
I
the
mean, the
tabloid,
things they would.
that
it was
tabloid is
just
something
terrible.
else. I've never. I mean, I didn't know it was that bad. I was watching that Diana movie and The Crown. That tabloid ain't no damn joke. And that dude that
Oh,
interviewed,
you
that
know
dude
what?
that
They
interviewed
had
Michael
old.
Jackson.
They had these ugly old. See, they're getting paid. I think by the some of the royal family. It's like they get favor.
Yeah.
So if we and so they can't come out and say all the evil stuff. So the press does it, and then they get invited to the parties and they get benefits. So they were saying the most atrocious things. They were having caricatures. They called her baby a monkey. They had like her coming out like with the baby holding the baby's hand. It's a little monkey. That her little boy. I mean, just
yeah, it's great. What was that
awful
dude named that
thing.
interviewed Michael Jackson from over there?
Oh,
Bashir.
that Indian guy?
Bashir. Yeah, Bashir is the one that
Bashir,
caused that whole that whole
the
Diana
Indian
accident
guy.
and all that kind of bullshit.
Right? Yeah, the
Well,
Indian
I wouldn't
guy.
say he caused it because you can't say he caused it. They didn't want her living.
No,
They
didn't
didn't
like
want
what
her
she was doing
with
because
that
people
Dodi
loved her too.
Fayed because he was too dark. Okay, and
Well, who's
the
this?
rumor has it she
Well, I
might have
just
been pregnant. It's like, oh my God, no.
I just opened somebody's line. Who line did I just open?
And you see how Fergie did it.
Who line did I just open?
Who's coming? Who?
Trying to get back
Big
in
OC,
business.
man.
It's
Big
the
OC.
best thing
What's
they
up, Big
do.
OC?
What up,
How you
Big
doing
OC?
tonight, man?
And make their
Big
own money.
OC.
But before I leave, Tyrone, I have
Thing you
something.
can do is have your own. I don't care who you are, because see, those other ones, they depended on little dole outs, and if you don't do what we tell you to do, don't say this, you better act that way, then we'll take care of you. We'll hush stuff up. People pay people off, but you better get in line. And so, who wants to live like that?
Yeah,
they
for them to
mad
have to
because
leave.
those two escape
Some of
and
them
can
do.
live
For
their
them
own
to have to
life, and
pack
they don't
up
have
their
to be
whole
beholden to
family
them.
and leave. For them to have to pack up
Well,
their
Harry
whole
said
family
he
and
would
leave,
leave
that
because they
tells
were
you a
not going
lot.
to do the same thing they did to his mother, to his wife.
That's
why
right, because they were trying.
Yep.
And,
So now
and
they
she was
been happy
getting,
to leave
they were getting
Yo,
desperate.
Tyrone, you there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's too many people talking at one time, man. Y'all need to take turns. It's like a damn.
We so happy that
Hold
we can
on.
finally
I
talk.
think you just added to the 2 minutes
We
just
doing
then,
it in
didn't you?
joy.
We just so happy we can finally talk instead of listening to somebody drone on and on and on and on and on and just it becomes boring.
But
when
Miss Lady,
somebody just
I believe he's trying to tell
continues
you not to talk, Miss Lady. I think that's what Howard doing.
I don't care, but I'm just saying we just happy we can finally everybody can join the conversation instead of listening
Yeah,
to
instead
somebody
of
else
all that
continue
yelling
to talk
and
on and on.
and all that squawking and all that
We
stuff.
just have to
Sarge be
share.
doing.
That's all. That's all we have to do. We just have to
You
share.
do it in laughter, not out of all.
He in the chat room crying about he's in there saying, "Well, I ain't gonna call in to y'all because y'all."
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear everybody's voice on here.
Yeah.
I'm certainly glad to know that everybody's here. Appreciate y'all coming through. I do, because I don't get to hear everybody like this, especially on no damn Thursday night. So
Well,
peace to all.
Howard just want to hear Sarge screaming. He love that.
Oh, but Tyrone, I wanted to ask you a question. You know that lady that killed her mother, planned to kill her mother, she spent 9 years in prison. And they were letting her walk around like she did something great. Have you seen that?
No, somebody killed their mama.
Doing a movie on her now.
Oh, they can do a movie on her?
They're ready to do a movie on her.
Well, they had those twin boys years ago that killed both their parents, and they put them in jail forever. But they said those boys have been so mistreated by their parents. I think sexual abuse and everything else.
I'm saying the girl that just got out of prison, the one that just got out of prison, and then she got married, and then the husband, I was like, she don't look like she's together. And I said, if her husband do something to her that she don't like, she gonna do the same thing to him, I wonder. And they said he married her for the fame, and she just going from place to place talking about. And I said she killed her mother, and then they showed. I mean, they were showing where she plotted it for 2 people to kill her mother.
Where is this one? Where's she located? I haven't heard.
Well, that's terrible.
Oh, well,
that's a whole
probably
terrible circumstance there.
So I didn't know they was writing a movie. Yes. So I think she still should be in prison.
No, I
and she said she was sorry for what she did and all this stuff. I'm like, really? But she said her mother was mean to her and some other kind of stuff. I said, for you to plot to kill her?
You know, a lot goes on behind closed doors. Like if you just never know what goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to folks talking about the Diddy situation and all that abuse and everything, you just don't. And then, but then out in public, they put on a different image.
Yeah.
All right, so I just opened another line, but I'll let Big OC talk before Who's
You
this?
don't know what.
Who's this caller line I just opened? Hello.
Yeah, I got a question for you, my man, my Negro.
Lord, here we
Well,
go.
you can.
I got a question for you. See, it's
Okay.
already starting. See what I mean?
Okay.
I got one sentence out of my mouth. It's already starting.
Hold on, I gotta let.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, but listen, I got to let Big OC speak before you do though. Cause
Well, let him go ahead and just let me get my question in, then I'll hang up.
Okay, go ahead, Big OC. What's up? Oh, hey, Elisa, let Elisa go before you, Big C. What's up, Miss Elisa?
Yeah, all I was gonna say is I was getting ready to join. Well, I've been sitting online listening to you. Hi guys, I didn't say anything all evening. I've been sitting back and listening. The arguing and the screaming. Hey, so I was just getting ready to start, and I have a headache. So I'm gonna go and listen to you all.
Dang, man, we had Elisa.
Lord.
Wait a
We
minute, hold
had
on.
Elisa.
Hold on, let her get it out.
Look, Sarge, please don't do all that screaming. Please.
It ain't his
You don't wanna
turn
have to take
yet.
Tylenol.
Let Elisa finish.
So
I'm just saying, before he starts, can we please not scream?
Well, goddamn,
like
shut
Elisa-
the
Okay,
hell up.
hold
Let me
on.
finish.
Let Elisa
That's all you
finish.
got to do.
Well, we hope your headache get better.
Damn.
I do too.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
Just shut up.
Lord.
Let me finish.
Okay,
I
wait, it
wanted
ain't
to
your
yell
turn.
over you.
Listen.
Let me turn
Well,
my
I just let
volume
you
all
know
the way down.
beforehand.
I know. Hold on. Go ahead, Elisa.
go ahead.
Damn.
Go ahead, Big OC. I'm gonna listen to you guys. I'm not gonna say anything else for the rest of it. I haven't said anything.
Yeah.
All right.
The whole time.
Well, I appreciate it.
Go ahead, Big OC.
I appreciate it. You know, and now we can, ladies and gentlemen, we can allow Howard to rub himself now. Go ahead, Big OC. Big OC, go ahead.
Really, I just tapped in, man. I just came in when y'all talking about Meghan Markle and shit. So
Okay.
y'all can keep going. But well, you know what? Real quick question: do y'all think there's more cooning going on over here amongst black people, or in places like London?
UK.
I'm gonna say it's about even.
Africans and Caribbean people over in London, Jamaicans. So I don't know. So
I'm gonna say it's about
comparing them to
even.
Black Americans.
I'm gonna say it's about even. Big OC.
I would say even, but the Americans got the best style points. I would say they yuck it up the best.
Now you know, because
but who are we
some of
talking
them,
about?
some of them
Talking
niggas
about,
in London, some of them niggas in London really swear they English. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
no, I get it, dog. I get it. I know it. But man, when you ain't nothing like
the heritage more?
ain't nothing in the world like the bar-coded nigga in America.
No, and Big OC, Mama's boy is making a good point when we saying it's about even, because you got to think about them jokers with the cowboy boots on and a rebel shirt and a rebel scarf and the Trump flag all over that's something to contend with there. You know, you can't contend with them jokers.
Yeah, all right.
But you know what, England
And a lot of folks in positions like management, directors, administrators, whatever, they're gatekeepers for the powers that be, and they keep the gate up against other black people. They have those crews in positions, those gatekeepers.
Okay. Well, since the question's on the table, we can ask one. Sarge, what's your opinion?
Fuck you, nigga. Let me get my goddamn comment in. Fuck you, nigga. Let me get my comment in, then I'll answer your question.
Okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right, now let me tell you something here. Now, I'm not like you. I don't say things are proof until they are, in fact, proof. I describe things accurately as they are. Allegations, court filings, and the like. For instance, you will say that somebody's reciting under oath some hearsay she heard about Donald Trump grabbing a steering wheel or some other shit. It's proof that this shit happened. I don't say shit like that. You do. Here's what I'm going to say if you don't mute me and try to cut me off. What I'm going to say is that there's been a court filing again made under oath that Patty Willis and her special prosecutor boy toy, Nathan Wade, have taken about almost $700,000 of taxpayer money. They've gone on romantic junkets and hot spots together, you know, and in addition to that, he has billed the White House. They've got receipts from his law firm where he has billed billable hours to Fulton County DA for meetings with the White House counsel. Now, of course, her office has been denying that there's no collusion between the White House and her agency and her office. But this would seem to contradict it. Now, remember, I'm not saying it's proof. You say shit like that, not me. I'm saying it's an allegation. It is supported by evidence. It is filed under oath. And it raises the possibility of serious ethics violations at the very least, and at the maximum, a possible predicate for RICO violation against the RICO princess herself, along with a possible charge of federal violation of the Honest Services Fraud Act. Now, again, I'm not saying...
Hold on. Don't cut him off.
I'm almost through. Now, I'm not saying there is proof of this because of this filing. I'm saying it's very interesting, and I would at least think you would mention it tonight, but there's been utterly no mention of it whatsoever. Because if this turns out to be verified, this would raise into question the legitimacy of the basis for her prosecution against Donald Trump.
Okay. You said wait a minute. Let me hold on for a second. You said that there's no evidence, and there's
I didn't say that.
Okay,
I didn't say it. I said it wasn't proof. Will you listen to what I say?
He just said that. He just repeated you.
I didn't say that. I said it wasn't proof because it's an allegation.
Okay, hold on.
That's what he.
Hold on. I'm mute you for so I can get it out, man. You said no proof. There's no evidence. It's the same thing. So please don't do that. You cut me off. You said there's no proof or no evidence of whatever is being accused of Fannie Willis or whatever. I'm not saying in your words totally, but if you look at the screen, here's plenty of evidence that you can ponder on where Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein has been hanging out with teenage. Why you ain't pondering on why the person that you kissing the ass of with Fannie Willis is prosecuting down there in Georgia? Why we don't hear none of this ramblings about why your person that you're supporting went to an island where teenage girls were used as sex toys and sex objects? Now listen,
listen to me.
I'm not done. I am not done. You cut me off.
Okay,
you cut me off.
All right, go ahead. Let me know when I can speak. All right, let me know.
You
I'm gonna cut you to pieces.
Oh Jesus Christ!
We're not here to cut nobody.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm not.
I'm gonna cut this bastard. I'm gonna cut him long, wide, and deep.
Okay, wait a minute. You know what? I'm gonna let who is that trying to get in there? Maze, you go ahead, cause this guy.
I'm gonna cut this motherfucker. Yes, sir.
Talking about cutting somebody and all this.
I'm gonna cut him with a razor.
Was it Maze or Mama's boy?
There are allegations just like they had allegations against that professor. We discussed that. I said it's just like they had allegations against that professor, but the person that took and got rid of her wife was the one that committed the crime, and she didn't. But they ain't gonna get rid of her.
All right, so
you talk about Fannie Willis and that you got off of the man show I was talking about today. I can't think of his name at the moment, but that's where you got that from. I can pull it up and play it so they can hear it. You sound just like him. He got a station in Atlanta, and that's the same rhetoric he come up with.
All right, so Mama's boy, go ahead.
Can you tell us how long Fannie been dating that man?
Well, don't ask him no question now. I'm trying to get down the line here. Go ahead, Mama's boy.
Well, the word "no proof" says a lot, and for as long as time immemorial, white folks have been filing frivolous fucking lawsuits. And just because a motherfucker puts in a lawsuit, all the negative shit doesn't make it true. It's just their lawsuit, and it's the truth to them. Their truth could be a whole bunch of bullshit, much like the shit Sarge come through here with. So we gonna test your bullshit again, like we always do. I would like for you to cite your sources for all this vitriol you laying down, Sarge. Because you could say a whole lot of bullshit Once you start citing your sources and we can recheck your work, you know, then
It
you're
all
doing
falls down.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got pictures of Epstein and Donald Trump and all of these people.
I know you're changing the subject, man. You're not dealing with
No,
what I'm talking about.
I'm not changing the
We
subject.
talked
Hold
about this
on. I am
endlessly.
not changing the subject. What I'm saying is, you said you have no proof. I'm showing you proof that this guy hung out with a fucking pedophile.
Well, do you have
So
a
I'm
comment
not
on it?
changing the subject at all. Whenever you say you don't got no proof and you got all of this shit to say about with some a situation with no proof, why the fuck you ain't got nothing to say? We got all the evidence in
Okay,
the
see,
world.
that's what I mean about you. You're hard-headed, you're stupid, and you don't listen. Let me say one more time what I said to you. I said an allegation in and of itself is not proof. In order for it to be proof, it has to be tested adversarially in a judicial proceeding. So you don't seem to understand it because you're an idiot. But I'm trying to tell you right now, it is evidence that it's submitted in a court filing. And the court filing has in it, hey, tell this woman to shut up. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm getting sick. I can't get through nothing. Everybody else shut the fuck up and let everybody else finish.
All that screaming. If Fanny broke the law, whatever evidence you got on Trump,
fuck this shit.
Whatever evidence you got on Trump still is not gonna wave that.
Motherfucker, you didn't feel shit.
You wanna be the one to wave over that like it didn't happen.
Ignorant beyond fucking belief, man. I swear to Christ in heaven.
That was Joe Biden's son did this. Hunter Biden did this.
Accusation involving her relationship led prosecutors.
So you can scream and holler. So the lady said she got a headache.
No, but look, I mean, he could, listen. He just said it. He said it himself. He said that he doesn't have. There's no proof, right?
Nope.
You could present something as evidence, but does the evidence prove the guilt? Is my question to you. Where's the evidence to prove the guilt that we could all see and we can't argue because of political views? We can say, no, that's right. You know what? That evidence there shows that there's guilt there. You keep saying they have evidence. No, the evidence is what you claiming you have, which is really nothing because they ain't bring nothing up. You just keep making shit up. Oh, we have this, we have that. You can make up a paper and write it down and say, oh, this is evidence. Where's the evidence that proves it where you can say, okay, and we can't argue. We say, damn, Sarge, you know what? What you presented to us, we can't deny this is true.
Let me respond to this. I don't know if he's hung up or not, but guys, all y'all have to do is look at the screen, right? The right wing is going with this thing about how it's going to tear down Fannie Willis and all this kind of stuff. But the New York Times, actually, they want me to pay. The New York Times is saying that this Atlanta prosecutor faces upheaval in a Trump inquiry. Accusations involving her relationship with the lead prosecutor she hired are unlikely to derail the case, but it could cause a serious distraction. And that's what we're listening to right now is a goddamn distraction.
Goddamn right.
Nearly 3 years after she began investigating former President Trump and his allies, Fannie T. Willis is facing the biggest test of her handling the landmark election interference case. Miss Willis, the district attorney of Fulton County, Georgia, was accused this week of being romantically involved with lead prosecutor she hired for the Trump case, a turn of events that has invigorated Republicans and raised a flurry of questions about her conduct, judgment. The prosecutor, Nathan Wade, has reaped more than $6,500 in legal fees. While many legal experts doubt that the accusations, if true, will derail the case, they could present a significant problem for Mrs. Willis and create a distraction around the case. The allegations have already created a firestorm on political right, with Mr. Trump and his allies accusing her of violating a raft of countries and state laws, which is a lie. They have even gave pause to some Democrats. If the allegations are true, and if it's a big if, it's troubling. Rob Pitts, a Democrat who's a chair of Fulton County Board of Commissioners, said in an interview to have this come to at this point and of this trial can raise questions. But listen, here's the deal. Just on his face, and I'm not an attorney, I'm not a professional, I'm not nobody, right? But I'm telling you, Fannie Willis can work with somebody she is sleeping with or have slept with. That is not against the goddamn law. And for him to be getting paid $650,000, if that's his attorney fee, then that's what the hell his attorney fee is. There's nothing there. But if you want to make a mess out of it, you can do like Sarge and them is doing, is saying that they robbing the taxpayers, they're double dipping, they're whatever. But you got to prove all that shit, that this man is unqualified, that he don't know his goddamn work, that he don't have enough experience to work on this case, or whatever the case may be. You got to prove all of that shit about Fannie Willis. We know her credentials about this guy, but we know her credentials and we know she is qualified. But all of this other shit right here, it's just bullshit, to be honest with you.
They try to throw something out. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And we ain't nobody.
It's a distraction. It's a distraction. That's all.
That's the reason
that's
why.
because they know Trump will win in the court of public opinion. His people will run with the bullshit narrative Sarge just laid out there. Thinking people that read ain't gonna run with it, or they're not gonna come on any of the stations to refute the bullshit either. So it's gonna persist, and it's gonna go on and be on the next channel, and the next channel, and the next channel, and the next channel, where now we forget really what the whole fucking case is about.
Well, yeah, see, they're gonna start talking about they cheating and it's fraud and they stealing money and they had this planned and all kinds of. The Bidens was working with them. All kinds of shit gonna come out of this,
Is it just me, or do Trump supporters remind you of Amway salesmen?
Yep. But no, it's like the lady in New York. What are they trying to do to her?
Yeah,
every last one of them, they got something that they want to push. But Trump did wrong, so he got to go to court and defend him left tomorrow. Somebody going to take up place, and he's still right where he started.
Yeah, because when I first heard it, I said, is the guy qualified to work on the case? Does he have credentials? If he does, what the fuck? But then I started hearing this dumb shit that Sarge was talking about this inappropriate relationship. There ain't nothing inappropriate about, seeing somebody. That's crazy. That is crazy.
They throwing whatever sticks
Well,
to the
what Sarge is talking about is the inappropriate relationship is two black people fucking.
But I still say he didn't have nothing to say about them nuts yesterday with Hunter Biden.
No.
And those are evidence you can see with your eyes. When a man want to be out in the open and tell his story. And you got these Looney Tunes behind him screaming and hollering, they're mad with him because he wanted to do. The man said, well, he's here. Why don't we just open it up and let the world see?
Hey, the story came out because that Comert or whatever his fucking name is, he told Hunter Biden he could come any way he wanted to come, either public or private. And Hunter chose public, and that's when he pulled the rug out from under and started talking that we got to talk to
Hunter
you
was
first.
sitting up in there with his arm crossed today, like, y'all got some questions for me? And they were like, no, we ain't gonna ask you on TV. We need to turn these cameras on.
Like he had his crazy uncle. He had his crazy uncle with him too.
Hey, who's this line I just opened?
Crazy uncle that work in the bar.
This is Miss Lady. I hung up and Sarge started all that yelling. I can't
He's gone now. He's back
he's not gone. He's in my listening because he always trying to find something to drop somewhere, and it's never right. It's never correct because I don't do that right and wrong, but it's never correct.
Well, it's always it's always those talking points that he come on here repeat. Exactly. He think nobody ain't heard that same shit somewhere today. He coming on here like it's the news. That's the same shit.
Come on here talking
and then anybody stating that they have the facts and they have the law and they
evidence.
You just because you state that you do doesn't mean that you actually do. You have to prove that.
He never does,
and he doesn't prove anything.
Cite a source, and let it. Because every time, this is to me, I think this is the only thing Sarge is batting 1,000 in. At least 725. He at least batting 725. Every time someone checks out the source that he gives, somebody finds where he is either misleading, leaving something out, are out and outright fabricating what the fuck he's reading. It never fails.
And I think that's why he talks really fast and he doesn't cite sources. Or he might cite something, but it's not a complete source.
Right.
Really fast. So that
he used to get he used to get away with it on Blog Talk Radio because people didn't check behind him and all that kind of stuff. But Google is right here in my face. So I could just Google it every time he say a word. I can just keep right on typing. I said, motherfucker, you lying. You lying in real time. You lying.
It's like some hustlers that hustle, that talk real fast, blah, 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 so that, you get overwhelmed with all of that noise. And so you're not really, listening, really.
You like the three little pigs coming in huffing and puffing to blow the house down and then just falling in on them.
Well, we got our share of yelling. We got our share of yelling and screaming tonight.
What was his? So his point was that he was saying that there's something tampered with the Georgia case. So Sarge basically wants them to throw out the case automatic, right? That's what I'm getting.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Sarge wants us to throw the case out because of this. Right
and
now,
think
right?
about this, Jay.
But
think
y'all
about
do
this.
know,
Think
y'all
about this,
do know
Jay.
better than me, right?
Jay, listen. Think about this. None of his argument address any of the crimes that these guys are being accused of.
None of the facts.
None of them.
None of the facts.
None of them. Because they're being accused of voter manipulation or whatever, right? And then there's a whole lot of crimes that go behind that with these RICO charges. All they accusing Fannie Willis of is being in a relationship with the guy she's working with. That's it. They ain't got shit to do with it.
And that nigga getting a check, and somehow they supposed to count only one check, only Fannie's check. That nigga ain't supposed to get no check. I don't even understand the argument unless it's just a bunch of distraction bullshit, which is par for Sarge. I mean, that's just, he always throws shit out for not, you know what I'm saying? But Sarge
and then like they said, we don't even know if any of this is true yet. I mean,
yes, exactly.
But
That's
we do
the
know
key.
those people. We do know those people that admitted that they were guilty of what they did. We know that.
Hey, Jenna Ellis, the Kraken lady.
No, we do know for a fact. We do know for a fact that that's Donald Trump rubbing on Epstein in that damn video. We know that shit for a fucking fact.
Oh,
Sarge said if it's true.
I haven't seen any of those
Sarge
videos.
said if it's true.
And we do know Giuliani got to pay them two ladies for lying on them.
Sarge said if it's true. Sarge said if it's true.
We know that for a fact.
Sarge said if it's true, it's an ethics violation. Let me tell you what an ethics violation was. The ethics violation was Donald Trump yelling in that goddamn courtroom today, screaming at that damn judge. That's an ethics violation.
Oh, did he do that? I haven't looked at any of that.
Well, it didn't show it, but they said that
if you about to lose $340 million and you know it's gonna happen, what do you might as well yell. He better yell something because he's about to lose that money. He's gonna lose that money, guaranteed. And so I think that him doing that, he wasn't gonna gain no points by yelling. He already knows that it's over. You know, it's just why he showed up to the court case. That's why he showed up to the other court case. These court cases that are going to affect him financially and mess up his presidency to get him out of the holes that he's in. He's in trouble. I think he's going to lose that money. That's why he's.
I think he's going to lose the money, and I think he's going to lose. And he's going to lose. What did the district attorney? Well, I mean, Attorney General, what did she say? She said he will be banned for life for ever doing business in real estate in New York.
Well, what trips me out is, besides Jack Smith, it trips me out that it's taking black people, two black women and Alvin Braggs to even confront this freaking idiot.
Scratch this motherfucker, right?
Yeah, it's crazy to me.
What did they do against Aaron Bragg? They came up with some stuff on him, and then the other lady, they came up with some stuff on her.
Remember, Mays, he was swinging that baseball bat at his pitcher, and his ass got sent to court over this shit. That motherfucker Alvin Bragg.
I'm saying, listen, Donald Trump cheated in at least 7 states, at least 7, right? where the hell is all the rest of these people that he tried to damn break the law in?
They waiting to see what happened, Tyrone. They waiting to see what happened.
Yeah.
That's some
They
bullshit
weighing the
though.
temperature.
So I guess these people went
But
to jail
that's how
for
these
that.
people are. That's why you see Nikki Haley doing what she's doing, but playing it sideways. Now she's saying, "Oh, he's not qualified, or he's not, you know, he's not right for the moment." Playing halfway, you know. But before you was saying that he was great.
Well,
you were saying that he should be running.
Well, Maze
you
hit
know,
it right
the
on.
Same thing for DeSantis.
Maze hit it on the head when she reminded us that Nikki Haley is the one that took down that rebel flag down here. That ain't gonna sit right with some people.
They gonna vote for her? I don't think so.
That ain't gonna sit right with some people.
And they mad with Chris because he shook Obama's hand. That's why they never get over him. You know, when he was running one time, and they thought he was a strong man and he was this and he was that. Now they can't even stand him.
And you know, Nikki Haley is Indian.
Yep.
Her parents
they don't like her.
From India, from Punjab,
They don't like her. Right, and she thinks,
she was
you know what's funny?
Limerata Nikki Randhawa.
You know what's
South
good you brought
Carolina.
that up. Why? Why you brought that up? Because she thinks that she's in with these white people.
Nah, they're gonna call her. They're gonna call her in. They probably already called her.
They don't care about her.
You know, she
They
probably
don't
has
care
bleached
about
her skin out. You know what I'm
I
saying?
guarantee you they done called her a sand nigga.
Yep. They probably didn't call her one. She about like Tim Scott, just take it and grin.
Just take it and smile.
Yeah, like Tim Scott, he got the nerve to be complaining.
And she married the white guy, Michael Haley, who was a National Army Guard. So she, you know, she's taking on the, you know, the mannerisms and, you know, the of, you know, the greater society, as they call it. But you know, she's playing the game like she's trying to do like that Ramaswamy dude.
Yeah,
jump on the train, jump on the racial train.
Yeah, that's right.
Fox News got rid of him when he started getting popular real quick. Sean Hannity ate him a new one. He was getting too popular too fast for them, and we only got rid of him.
Yeah.
There's
There's
a lot of them here in the U.S. They get all those all those what is it? Customer service workers to start voting.
Yeah, but when Tim Scott was running, he brought his girlfriend in with 2 kids, and they got rid of him.
Now they broke that man down. They broke that man down. That man know he ain't got no damn girlfriend, and they had to go make him.
That's why he came late to the party and said, "Nah, you should have done that before."
Oh, you mean Tim Scott?
Yeah, he know good and damn well he ain't got no girlfriend. Now that white lady got to walk around.
He doesn't have a girlfriend. I won't believe that.
Now she got to walk around and pretend she did date Tim Scott for a little while longer.
I'm like,
the Treasury Secretary, he married his man. You know what I'm saying? He talking about married his man.
Tim Scott know that you know, he all right. He can back whoever team.
We haven't heard from him until the other day. I think he come again. But since I want somebody to take it together. I mean, it's Saturday Night Live, and you don't even have to watch it.
And who finishes last? Hamburgers and hot dogs, crispy. I mean, come on, Crispy. You know what it was? He wanted to save. They said that he wanted to save the money. It's just like Mike Pence. Mike Pence ran out because he seen he wasn't going to get that old Republican, or at least the large amount that he needed to keep it going. So he said, wait a minute, before I run out of this money, this campaign money, and go into debt, let me save some of this money and run out. Crispy is doing the same thing. He's saving them that money for hamburgers and hot dogs, so he don't got to spend no money on his campaign because he knows he's not going to win.
Now let me ask you, Dave. You think if he was a lot more in shape and
no,
he
probably would put
I know
up
where
a good
you
fight,
going.
Mama's boy. He probably would put up a good fight.
No, I'm gonna tell you, Tyrone. I'm gonna tell you where Crispy went wrong. Fucking with Trump in the first place when he stepped out in 2016 and endorsed Trump, he fucked his life up right there.
Right. And remember, he was
But
running a
you know what,
campaign for the
DeSantis
2020.
and Haley supported Trump.
Hey, y'all, listen
Yeah,
seriously.
but
They all
Crispy,
supported him. They
But
very
listen,
much
what
Crispy
what is
was known
seriously
to be a
what's
moderate.
wrong?
He
What's
was
wrong?
known to be a moderate. So that
What's
was
wrong?
like a big deal for him to endorse Trump. They was like, "What, Crispy?
What is wrong with Ron DeSantis, and why does his head bobble all the time? Y'all ever notice that? He's like really got a short stature, and he wear these tall boots, and his head bobble. Y'all ain't never noticed that whenever he talk?
No, but look at the way he looks at people too. Like his eyes, this guy, he got problems. I think he makes up shit as he goes, and he's just trying to appeal. He's one of those guys that try to impress you however he can. You know, he knows that's not him, but he's gonna try. You know, whatever.
Yeah, he gets weird, man. That's a weird
And
dude.
he was one of them little kids that hung around at high school, and you bump into him in the hallway, and they'll see you you'll look at a poster, and then I like Bon Jovi, and then you look at your shoes. Oh, I like Nikes too.
But look, the way that he acts to me
I'm
is
gonna
like
get a pair of these sneakers. He's gonna get them too.
Yeah, the way he acts to me is like he really had life handed to him. Like he's really a rich person. Like he really don't know.
Right. Yeah.
That's the way he act to me. Like
he really look like he don't understand when you talking to him about real life shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So when he's bobbling his head, he's looking like an alien to you. Like, what you said? He got I think he got issues. That dude got issues. I mean, just because they get in political positions doesn't mean that they're not insane and they got mental issues. I think some of these guys got mental issues. I'm just saying.
Sarah Palin have a position, and look what she was.
Oh. They made a bobblehead out of her too. I seen.
But that's where it all started right there with that lady.
Well, what's strange is that now Mike Pence was a vice president. They can't stand him enough to vote for him to be the next president, and they hate him because of what he did. I don't understand that.
Well, he didn't do nothing but follow the damn rules and the law.
I know what he. That's right. They hate him for that. So what do you expect out of them kind of people? That 55% that they say Trump got? Is something wrong with all of them.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. Even that one that just
so
called in
here.
The
same, act the same.
I tried to tell Jay that there's something wrong with Sarge. He don't want to listen to me.
No, I know something's wrong with Sarge because, like I said, if he's telling when he's telling the truth and trying to like twist it around, or when he knows the truth and he's trying to lie about it, I think that's a problem. So I don't think, and I'll tell you another thing. If he's telling the truth that he believes certain things, but that's not the truth, but he doesn't believe it. You know, he believes it, but he's not lying about that he believes it, but doesn't know it. I think that's a problem too. So whether he's telling the truth, saying that he doesn't know, that's a problem because he needs to educate himself and stop giving false information. And if he does know, and he's telling us false information, that's a problem too. He needs to fix himself. Like, come to a moment of clarity. Listen, you know what? We don't always are right. And, you know, I know sometimes we always want to be right. Look, we have to admit to when we're wrong, and this is what it is.
You can't be right all the time.
Stop trying to twist it up.
That's the problem is that he want to be right 100 and he want to be right 110% of the damn time. And you can't be right all the time. You can't be.
He never correct.
So in other words, there's a lot of emotional underdevelopment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He grew up like that and has been that way all his life. Mad.
Well, it's like a fanatic against a movie star or somebody that's a athlete that he can't do no wrong. She can't do no wrong.
Yeah, and then they fell for this political BS, this political religion or whatever they call it. They just head over. They just in knee deep in this politics stuff. You know, I'll talk about it, but I'm not going to lose any sleep because a candidate does this or does that. It's not going to bother me like that. I'm not going to argue you down about something a damn Democrat did.
No. They don't want to kill me, and you got us on.
Tyrone, I think one of the ways they get black people is through the church.
Well, that's the main way.
I think they find some black person all alone, you know, isolated with them, and they take them to church, And next thing you know, you got Tim Scott.
Well, that's what you think about what Donald Trump was doing when he was in office, when he had all those black pastors sitting around the table in the Oval Office. That, even though it didn't mean nothing to a lot of people on this phone, that meant something to a lot of people in this country. You know, and you know, I'm not gonna fault him for that. You know, that's leadership in that community.
Jay, I have a
But
question.
they use it. They use it against us.
Oh, definitely.
But Jay, I have a question. I heard a person say that the half of the Bronx is for Trump. Is that true?
The what?
The half of the what?
I heard a black man say that black people in the Bronx is for Trump.
In the Bronx?
Mhm.
Yeah, he was on crack. He must have been on crack.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's crazy.
And he got this from Fox because the little man on the street went and talked to two people. I said, that supposed to represent everybody in the Bronx? I don't think so.
No. I mean, if a
just
lot of
say,
black
Bronx
people vote for
is
Donald Trump,
is one county in New York City.
If a lot of people vote for Donald Trump, black people vote for Donald Trump, then there's something wrong, because that means that you're completely and totally disconnected from reality of what's going on in this country politically. There's no way. There's no way. And you don't even have to talk to Donald Trump. You can talk to Lindsey Graham. You can talk to Marjorie Taylor Greene. You can talk to Lauren Boebert, Matt Gaetz, you can talk to any Republican, and they're not going to have your best interests at the forefront at all. Any of your concerns, they're not going to have your concerns. Nancy Mace,
they
all
running
these
on
people.
two things.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all running on two things: the border and black crime. And I said, oh, you know when I told y'all about the wonderful whites of West Virginia? Now they got one over in Tennessee. This is private prison.
Well, see, and Nikki Haley just gave a perfect example of that whenever she was doing that town hall meeting, and the dude asked her about the Civil War, and she left slavery out of the whole conversation, and then she had to go back and try to backtrack and try to fix that. You know, that's what Sarge used to say years ago when he come on here, is that the Civil War wasn't about slavery. And that's a freaking lie. That's all it was about.
But it's about taking all the books about blackness out of the classroom. And then they always talk about the black people don't learn and the kids don't learn. No, not under the bylaws and books that you have. They don't need to learn to be like you. They need to learn to be like what they are. So they taking all the books out and destroying them, taking them out the libraries and all this. Now, what black person walking around want to be looking at something like that?
And then the sad part is that on Monday, MLK Day, they're going to misrepresent what that man stood for and who he support. All the Republicans is going to embrace Martin Luther King.
Now they have another day on Martin Luther King Day in Alabama. I forgot what the man name that they celebrate on the same day.
Oh, you talking about Medgar Evers?
No, it's a Caucasian man. I never forgot what day it is. I have to.
A Confederate general?
Somebody like that.
What the fuck?
They don't even celebrate. They had both of them on the same day.
Huh. Well, that's white folks for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because somewhere down here when they have like Juneteenth, they have like Confederate Day or some bullshit like that at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So we can't celebrate nothing. We don't have no history. All the history there is, and nothing we had to do need to be told. Just like down in Florida when they said that they wasn't slaves, they were something else. And that governor down there just messed up in the head, as you say, like he got a nerve problem.
Yeah, he just be wobbling his head. Like I don't get that.
He was one of them special kids.
And with the white boots he had on, I'm wondering, like, did you put your wife shoes on? Those
boots look
crazy.
crazy.
I remember that picture.
Those boots look crazy.
What man have you seen?
Those shits look like he could fly in them. They had wings.
But Donald Trump ain't wearing shit. Donald Trump on his Truth Social, Donald Trump had an overlying image of how Ron DeSantis wear those boots, but he have like lifters in them so he could be tall. So because he really
because he's short.
Yeah, he's short.
Yeah, they noticed it in them black cowboy boots he had on.
Yeah. Donald Trump funny now,
white ones
but
had on. The white ones had on.
But he should have been a comedian. He should have stood in a comedian. He should have went into, Comic View and places.
Yeah.
where
Well, yes,
you know
but the good
a comic spot.
the good thing about it, y'all can talk about politics and everything else and mix it all up together and not stay on the same subject and laugh and have fun back. I love nights like that when I can't sleep, just to sit back and relax and hear some music and hear people talking and doing things. It's not about a race of what you can do, and then you playing clips and can't even determine and talk about the clips that you're playing. So, and with that, I had a nice conversation with you all tonight, and
All right, yeah. I got to get out of here too, guys. Look, I appreciate the conversation, and I apologize for YouTube shutting off and on like that. I don't know what was going on with my computer tonight, but if you want to call in and join the conversation, you can call in. I'm going to open the lines here. And Sarge, you did say when we was on BTR that the Civil War was not about slavery. You said it was about states' rights. That's exactly what the fuck you said. So you can call in and argue that bullshit. Everybody know what the hell
same
it's about.
shit Nikki hated to.
All right, so let me open these lines. YouTube, I'm gonna shut y'all down.
You know, y'all have a
Q&A session is over. All participants are unmuted.
Yeah, it's Robert E. Lee's birthday, 15 January.
Okay.
Robert E. Lee.
Okay.